Yeah, good old Whoopi.
Yeah.
Whoop. Why is... It's amazing that Whoopi is still a thing. Well, she's an Academy Award-winning actress.
I know, for Sister Act. Right?
And it wasn't a Ghost.
Oh, I thought it was Sister Act.
Dude, that was the time. That was the Whoopi time right there, man.
I loved Sister Act 1. Sister Act 2 is good, too.
I kind of think The View, once you get on The View...
Your career's dead?
Yeah, I think it's similar to going on with the Dancing with the Stars. You should cry for a little, and then you take the gig.
Yeah. The View is a couple steps below getting your own, like, late-night show. Because once you get a late-night show, you're kind of done acting.
Wait, what do you mean? Like Conan?
Yeah, he never really did the acting, but, like, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, well, I don't think Jimmy Fallon was... I don't think acting was ever his thing.
I think Whoopi just lucked into that Oscar.
Yeah. Probably. Well, Ghost was really good.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
Was it...
Could another actress in her role probably have been done just as good of a job?
Maybe. Was there a lot of method acting, or was it because it was way back in the time and it was a black woman doing girl on girl?
Is that what happens?
Well, kind of, because... And I like Whoopi. I do. I think she's a cool person. I mean, she did misspoke recently about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And I really don't think she meant anything terribly. I think she should have worded that differently. She said that there had nothing to do with race.
I think what she meant to say was like, it wasn't just because of race. It was a religion. It was based on religion and stuff.
Well, she was saying like the hordes of man. But yeah, let's not forget Hitler was trying to create a superior race.
Yeah, which were white people.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. But do you think she should have? I mean, I think they kicked her off the show for a little bit.
Yeah, I think she was suspended for a minute.
I guess.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Or, I mean, you could have talked to her about it and been like, wait, what did you mean by it? What do you mean it's not about race? Because, again, I don't think she meant to be hurtful. Mm-hmm. I think she was giving her opinion, but her opinion was said wrong through her voice. But anyway, back to Ghost. Yeah, it was. She could see and hear and feel Patrick. No. What the hell's his name?
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, I was going to say Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Dude, that's a good-looking guy, too.
Yeah, I just watched a thing on the Graham Norton show where he realized he wasn't circumcised, and he thought his whole life he was.
Well, he's a smart man, I thought.
He was talking, and his wife was like, "You're not circumcised," and he's like, "Feeling Whoopi."
Yeah, she closed her eyes.
Yeah, I still feel like if I close my eyes, I can tell the difference between Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze.
Dude, I'm real worried. I am sickly worried because I watched the trailer again because I'm like, I'm going to watch it one more time for the Lord of the Rings or whatever, the Amazon one. Boy, am I worried. Because I am such a huge fan of the movies. Now, I'm not really the book guy. I've read the one book, but I've never gotten to like whatever the other ones are. I'm not going nuts on backgrounds or anything like that. But I can tell.
You read Hobbit? Which one?
I've read The Hobbit and I've read Lord of the Rings, the first one. I never did the trilogy because it's tough, man.
I'm sure they are.
They're tough reads. And you can find yourself wandering and getting a tad bored. But anyway, the movies,
they added all those boobs in there.
Yeah, the movie, man. I'm such a fan of those movies that this one does not feel. It feels off. It feels like with a Marvel budget, I felt like I was looking at 2008 CGI.
They're not even close to being done with it, though, right?
I have no idea, but I know that I didn't like what I saw in the teaser. I'm going to give it a chance just because I like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it comes out in September.
It's just, and then the now, I don't know. I could not figure out when I was watching it, like, what I didn't like. Okay, so there was and it was the music. And the music did not feel like Lord of the Rings to me. And I don't know if the trailer music is composed by the same dude that's going to be doing the music for the Amazon series. But, like, Lord of the Rings music is an orchestra, a symphony.
Yes.
It's big and you can feel it. This one was like Liam Neeson and an action movie.
They're probably not done. They're probably not even close to done. And they were just like, we need to put something together for the Super Bowl. So they took whatever footage they already had, as rough as it was, and just did that. I didn't even pay attention to it. I didn't know what it was until it said Power of the Rings or whatever.
Well, and then there's some people on there that one of the characters had like nice hair, and it was like, dude, like his hair looks like it was just combed and feathered and put like that. And I'm like, I don't think you would worry about that. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't good looking people in Lord of the Rings, but they looked a little bit more rugged.
Yeah,
like this one looks like they're all put together, and I get where some of the comments were like the elves didn't have long hair. I mean, these people are the ones that are really deep diving in this, because I do like my elves with long hair. I do. And then they were freaking out because of the apparently one of the elves are black, a black dude, which I mean, I can understand the purest of these. I mean, fine, do whatever you want. I mean, but these people that are I read one comment that was like, so all the black elves must have died off before The Hobbit, because they were saying, and now I don't know. Again, I didn't read any books, so I don't know like what the description was. Yeah. But these people seem to think, and I don't think they're being racist. I think they're just trying to keep it to the art of it.
Yes, it's been 20. How long has it been? Like 20 years
for the movies.
Yeah, since dude. The original movies. They just want it to be done right.
They want it to be done right, and the people that are reading these books, and again, I don't know if Tolkien did, if he was describing the race and the color of skin, and I don't. Again, I'm reading this as some of these people were attacking these people by like, you're just a racist, and I don't think they were trying to be that.
No,
I think they just
nerds.
Right.
That are like, I need this to be this way. It would honestly, the way that I see this, it's like if they were to come out with a Friends reunion, like a reboot of Friends, and it came out that like Joey and Rachel have been married this whole time, Ross is with Phoebe, and Chandler's dead, and you'd be like, man, I don't like any of that.
I just don't want it to be woke. Do you know what I mean? I don't want them to do that because it was 2022 and they got to do it because of the wokeness.
Yeah,
does that only happen? And I'm just asking a question here. Please, nobody attack. But does this only happen with white cast?
What do you mean?
Well, because like the Lord of the Rings, what I'm reading, and these nerds are going deep diving into this, are saying that Tolkien describes them as all white. And again, please do not attack. I'm just asking questions here. And then do you think Amazon and Jeff Bezos or whoever put them in there to be 2022? What I'm saying is this happen a
little bit more inclusive. If you
diversity?
Yeah.
But do you think they... I haven't seen this movie. I'm not arguing. Do you think... Did Black Panther, was that all black cast?
There were some white people.
Okay, there was. Okay, so I didn't know that, because I thought somebody said that it was like the whole...
No, the majority was definitely a black cast, but it was...
And I have no problem with it, whatever, and I'm sure that the dudettes or whatever are going to have... They're great actors, and I'm fine. I'm still going to watch it. Yeah. I just don't want it to be... I just don't want it to be woke, you know what I mean? Do you feel me? I don't want them to, because I think you get rid of the art. That's why I like Quentin Tarantino is so great, because when he makes those movies and he's like, dude, I'm not going to not use the N-word. That's what they were using back then. I'm not going to do it just because you're saying I'm doing this because this is the movie. I created these characters, and during that time they were using it. Yeah, it's like at the end of Endgame when they had that weird scene with all the women together. That's what I'm saying. Like, and you felt like even afterwards you're like, oh God, like that became. I don't even think the woke word. I don't think the pandery. Right. Because woke. Yeah, I don't know if you're. I get what you're saying. Like, I don't want it to be too pandery just because of what it is. Yeah. Just because of the time that we're in. But I don't know.
I hope they don't ruin this because a lot of people want this.
I really think just on that teaser. I mean, again, I'm going to watch it, but I don't know. Just
they'll probably do some major course correction.
Yeah, it just feels weird. If they're reading any of the comments, because I was reading the comments, I made my own judgment on it, and then I read the comments to see if anybody was agreeing with me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are feeling that it doesn't, like the main thing that I felt, it doesn't feel like it. It's kind of like, I don't know if you have ever watched The Hobbit after Lord of the Rings.
No.
It's okay, but it didn't feel Lord of the Rings.
It didn't look Lord of the Ringy.
They had a weird, like Peter Jackson did a weird thing with the cameras and what he was using, and I don't know. And the dwarves were, it didn't hit as hard as when Lord of the Rings came out, and I got to experience that. And I get a big fan. Love it. I love that middle age stuff, man.
They'll probably course correct. Yeah, I think the
Middle Age?
Is it the Middle Ages?
Middle World, Middle Earth, Middle Earth stuff.
Yeah, that was their whole Earth, right?
Yeah,
Middle Earth. Yeah, I don't know. They might course correct. They might have an explanation. They might be like, "This is the only one of his." Like, if there's really a thing where it's like, yeah, that's not canon with any of the books or anything, to have a black elf and just be like, well, he's the last of his tribe or something like that, or there's a new tribe of them.
Well, that's what they were saying. Okay, they were saying that, but that has to be in the books then, because they're saying, well, if you're not going to keep it along with the books that you're doing, then you're just making up. You're taking somebody's art and just making what you want to do with it. It's not.
But this is a massive. There's no source material.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is.
I think so. I think like the Similarian or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They took from that, like books prior or whatever. Before,
but like, there's no full book of it. I don't know
idea.
what this.
No, similar. I don't know. All I was reading was they were saying what you were saying that. Because somebody said, well, how do you know that there wasn't... Mm-hmm. Oh, they also said that it was this whole Middle Earth, Tolkien based off of England, London, UK, whatever.
Like,
and there is no tropical island there. So, I don't know. If you are that serious, again, I'm going to watch it. I just don't want them to have like little things here and there to switch it just for 2022.
They probably will.
Yeah, and they probably will. But I don't want... I hate when they make the actors extremely pretty in their movies, because they want to sell instead of like, just
a little bit more real.
Yeah, so I didn't like that part of it, but I
unfortunately, they're going to pander this to the biggest audience.
Oh yeah,
like they're going to have to try to push in.
Well, I think their biggest audience are going to be the purist.
Yeah, that would be the biggest audience.
Watch it?
No.
See, that's what I mean. You're not like you don't have any interest in it. So I think they're
no, but yeah, I'm not going to watch. But I assume that what they're also trying to do is grab onto the Game of Thrones crowd.
Yeah, you're probably right on that. So that's their not argument, but their fight back or whatever.
Yeah, like this is their answer to Game of Thrones, and if this can grab even half of what Game of Thrones did, then it'll be a massive success. So
I think if you like Game of Thrones, you probably know Lord of the Rings too.
You probably know Lord of the Rings. You probably didn't read the books, because they probably found out that most of the people who were watching Game of Thrones didn't read the Fire and Ice books.
I read the very first Game of Thrones. It was incredible. Mm-hmm. But by God, every chapter I had to go to Wikipedia and they had to explain the chapter to me, because there's so many characters.
It seems so tedious. It's like you're doing a weird amount of homework.
That's all I had in my life at this time, man. I mean, I had a kid and my wife, but it was just like, that was like my escape, because it was like just at home and I wasn't making any money and I just didn't know what to do with my life. So when the kid was sleeping, I was trying to read that. They're making Snow White Latino. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so, probably. I think they made Ariel. I think she's black. No.
Ariel is?
Yeah.
Mermaid?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
I believe
Wait,
so.
In a movie?
I believe so. A live action movie, yeah.
Oh, weird. I'm okay. Again, not. Please don't feel like I'm racist or anything. I'm just like, that's strange to me, because I've only known Ariel as white, which is fine. Yeah. Absolutely fine. But it just, again, I don't like when art gets changed just for the masses. Like, unless you truly believe whoever wrote this was like, this woman is a black woman or Latino or whatever, great. But if you're doing it just because, that sucks.
And you got to look at it this way. When they made those, though, putting the lead character as black probably wouldn't have made them a lot of money. So It's like, well, let's reimagine this in today's now inclusive, like where more people can be involved.
The Snow White, out of every one of those, that's my crush. Out of the cartoons,
I could see that because she spent the whole time just cleaning and taking after the men that were there.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's terrible.
I still like that Peter Dinklage is like, dude, don't remake a Snow White movie. Like,
yeah, no, why did he not want to?
Because it was just the seven dwarves, and it was just really stereotypical of little people.
Yeah,
and he was like, haven't I done enough, like, to where I can get a role that's not just because I'm short?
Oh, I get his argument now.
Yeah.
Wait, well, is he playing all of them?
They probably would have asked him to play at least one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's the biggest little person out there.
I guess he's done, like he said. Like I've done. Haven't I done a lot? But even in Game of Thrones,
he was the half man.
You were the half man, which he was incredible in, by the way. That guy's a great actor.
He really is.
I hope he doesn't get only those little parts, or you know what I mean, little people parts or whatever, because he's terrific.
He is a great actor. I think that's what he was trying to get at. Like,
yeah, but
these little people deserve to get shots at other parts, but I guess
sure. Could you see him as Jerry Maguire?
I never watched it.
And like Renee Zellweger's looking, it wouldn't work. Like you gotta take your. Well, it wouldn't work. Like that movie would feel so off if you were watching. Okay, what does he want to play? Iron Man?
Yeah,
like name any other part besides.
Yes, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That it would be that not every role can fit him. Definitely not. Because I'm going to
name
points.
movies, and you're going to add almost every movie Matrix, Notebook.
I guess he could if he was supernatural. Well, the loved ones, those are weird to say because it's like you can love a little person.
Well, I mean, no, like the Notebook, but it would be so. You either got to have two little people, or what is she going to pick them? Like, I'm not being mean here. Is she gonna?
Feels like it's so weird. I get what you're saying.
No, I'm not. But I'm like, I understand. I love him. I think again, he's a terrific actor.
Yeah.
But for him to say like he's changes for him to get, it's like Jackie Chan saying he wants to play Russell Crowe's A Beautiful Mind. Sorry, dude, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you're not the actor for it.
James Bond.
Well, yeah,
James Bond.
There are the certain roles where like there's a physicality to it that is different. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm going to just name movies.
But like The Notebook and Jerry Maguire, he 100% could do those.
Yeah, but nobody would go watch him. It would be comedy because it would be so
and I think
weird.
I see that's what I think he wants to change.
Yeah,
he doesn't want the little person to be the comedic figure anymore.
That's fine, but any of those love, that would be so, because all you would think was like The Notebook. Oh, she's in love with a little person. You would think that in your head. It would feel off. You'd be like, this ain't the right casting.
Yeah, and that's the
Creed.
But once again, there's a physical nature to that is completely off.
All right, I'll name some more movies here. Give me a year.
06.
Fight Club, I actually think he could do. That would be awesome if he was Brad Pitt's character.
If he was Brad Pitt's character, and it just looked like Edward Norton was getting beat up by a little person.
Right. Okay, Pursuit to Happiness. Yeah, you could have done that one.
That would have done that.
The Departed.
I guess no reason he couldn't have done that either.
That one would feel a little weird, wouldn't it? I'm trying to do some movies.
I guess it's hard because yes, you'd obviously have to address it in the movie,
like every movie.
Yeah, you would address it, but it wouldn't have to be the defining characteristic. You know what I mean?
So if it was like Pursuit of Happiness, would he be like, well, no, I think he could actually do that one. He'd play the kid.
It's hard to put him in movies now because it's like you know them as somebody who's normal sized, and then putting a little person in that role, yeah, that's going to seem comical because you know it as the other way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have to change, and I would be the old guy that'd be like, that doesn't seem right. And all the younger people are like,
It's just like, like back in the 90s when everybody's grandpa would be like, what? Where's that black guy up there?
Why is that colored man?
Why? He's not supposed to be there. Am I the only one seeing this right now?
The Notebook parents would have never allowed that. Somebody on the text
They were from a different time.
His new movie looks pretty cool. Again, I do think he's
a great actor.
Terrific actor. It's sad to say this, but I think he would already have won Oscars if he was taller, because I think more parts would have been open. Mm-hmm. I do think he has broke down doors and barriers to get movie roles that are great. There's one on Netflix where he plays a boss figure, and he's scary. It's like an evil boss figure, and I'm like, I believe that's he's playing that.
He seems like he would be a good villain.
Yeah, and he was. He didn't want to take Game of Thrones because he thought the same thing of like, I'm not gonna play this part because it's
just because I'm the
little person
actor right now.
And he's good looking. That dude is handsome. Really good looking. But anyway, then someone explained the character and how important his role was, and actually how big it was. Yeah. And he wanted nobody else could have played that as well as he did. And I'm not just saying because of height factors. I'm saying because he was incredible.
Yeah.
He was like my favorite person in that whole
What's
cast.
his name? Who is
I forget his
Vern
name.
Troyer?
Oh, yeah, the other little person?
Yeah, he's dead now, but like he couldn't have done that role. He wasn't as good of an actor.
No, hell no.
No.
Well, who else are little people actors besides Tom Cruise?
Oh.
Tom Cruise is the first. He needs to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, he is the OG.
Well, that one dude, that Hispanic actor. Can I say Mexican actor?
Yeah,
okay?
If he's from Mexico.
I think he is. He's the dude that got all the prison he went to prison.
Danny Trejo?
Yeah, he's like 5'4" or something.
Is he really? Yeah, is that why he's so angry?
Yeah, that dude's really tiny. Yeah, dude, like that Peter Dinklage is super good looking.
I can't remember what his name is, but he plays a lot of the elves and a lot of the like goblins and stuff in Harry Potter. I can't remember what his name is.
Okay, you got Peter Dinklage is like he's the biggest, littlest person. Warwick Davis.
Yes, that's the
dude.
Yep.
Tony Cox.
Never heard of him.
Black dude, a little best known for his Bad Santa. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, okay. Vern Troyer. Did his heart just stop?
I think so, yeah.
Wee Man?
Yep. Oh, Wee Man? Wee Man's not really an actor, though, right?
No, not really. Then there's the whole cast from Wizard of Oz, who were terrible to work with.
I guess, yeah, because it was like a combination of disgruntled little people and children. So it's like, I hate this.
Oh, God.
I still don't know if that person hung themselves.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know either. The little people and the children, but a lot of them were a little older, playing the small people, and they sexually harassed Judy Garland. Well, she was a child in it, I guess.
She was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't super old.
And they were like always looking up her dress and pulling.
I get when you're like, it would just turn into a comedy. Because that is like stereotypical, like comedy little person thing to do. Like run under a woman's dress. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're older men looking at a 15-year-old's underwear like at a elementary school playground or something.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Am I the only one? We're just gonna go right to 16 and then we got.
Oh, might as well, yeah.
Am I the only one that doesn't really care for Wizard of Oz?
I have no interest in it.
Even when you were a kid? I didn't like it when I was a kid either. It wasn't fun.
No, and I think my mom really liked it when she grew up because I didn't like it, but I feel like it was on a lot. Like it was, this is your favorite movie.
Yeah, I think they would play, for me, I think that once a year, it would come on like Sunday night movie night or something like that.
They play it one time a year still.
Oh, they do?
And I can't, it's around a holiday.
That's another thing that just kind of went away. Yeah, Sunday night movie night. They used to do that on TV. They used to do, every Sunday night there was a Disney. Like I remember Flubber with Robin Williams was one of them.
ABC Family?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it was like it started at 7.
Or ABC.
And my parents would last like 3 minutes, and then Mom would start doing dishes, and Dad would go in the other room to watch something about submarines, and I'm there by myself watching
World War II.
Yeah.
He's a dad's watch.
Yeah, my old man was not in he wasn't into sports. And that's probably, like you said, the big reason that I'm not really. I never watched it. We didn't he was I mean, every once in a while there would be a game on. But his was always, I'm not really interested in the History Channel either, but that was like his jam.
Mm-hmm. You'll get there.
Why?
You'll get there. If you had, I guarantee if you had the History Channel, like the way that he did, where it was like, these are the only channels I can watch, you'd be like really into history. You'd come in, you'd be like, let me tell you about General Custer. And we'd have like 15 segments on how this guy was either a piece of S or one of our greatest heroes.
There is one, I don't know if this was on the History Channel, but I almost called them and see where I could order the DVDs because I wanted them so bad, because I loved David Carradine's The Wild Wild West or whatever, where they would show you the tools and the guns and the characters and how that, 10, 15 year span or whatever it was and what happened. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
No, you don't know.
But it seems like a show that it would happen, like a documentary type show where they're just kind of going over things.
David Carradine, why you gotta pleasure yourself like that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you put a blind around his neck, the string around a blind, and
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, and then he went out that way, dude.
Well, I mean, like,
he was terrific in Kill Bill.
But like, if you can't die in your sleep, wouldn't you like to die mid-orgasm?
Possibly, but not on me doing it. You know what I mean? Not me choking myself out.
I heard that orgasm is fantastic.
Really?
Like, that's why people do it, and they risk death, because they said it's absolutely amazing. I'm too scared to try it.
Yeah, man. Did you ever watch Kill Bills?
I've seen bits and pieces. I heard they're really good. Like, how come I haven't gotten around to watching it? I don't know. It's another Quentin Tarantino. Once I got into Quentin Tarantino movies, now I know what I need to be doing. Like, I know the mindset I need to be in to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be in a good mindset for it.
That's true.
I didn't like, or I really liked Hateful Eight.
Sure.
But I didn't like it when I went and saw it in the theater because I wasn't ready for that. But I rewatched it when I was in a Quentin mood, and I was like, "Oh, I really like this movie."
This one with Kill Bill is a lot more.
It's more action.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give it a shot. It's the same reason I haven't watched Django Unchained yet.
That's good.
Because I know I'm gonna like that movie, and that it's a really good movie. But I'm like not mentally in a space to watch it yet.
I love Hateful Eight so damn much.
I thought that movie was fantastic. Like I said, in the theater, I was like, this is slow. And then I watched it again when I was like in a mood for that. Because when you go to the theater is not a place for a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, I don't know what movie is anymore
just
for
big
theater.
Action.
Yeah, it's like all just Marvel movies. If you're going to go watch something, you need to go watch a Marvel movie on that huge screen.
The new Batman movie.
3 hours. 2 hours and 55 minutes that thing clocked in at.
Yes! I heard that it was going to be close to 3 hours. Like they had said they did their first cut and it was like 3 hours and 50 some minutes. And I was like, please don't cut it down to like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Because then the movie's going to feel really rushed. Because if their original picture is that, I'm super pumped now.
Who's the villain in that?
Riddler.
Who's playing the Riddler?
Ooh.
Is it that Dan?
We've seen him before.
Is it the dude in There Will Be Blood? The preacher or whatever? Is it like Dano or
I think it's the guy that who's the crazy guy? Crazy actor. doesn't see his family.
Oh, Daniel Day. Yeah.
He throws at all the bowling balls.
There will be blood. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that guy's really good too.
Yes. It feels like a horror film, and I'm super pumped about it.
Well, now I am too.
But like that one person said, Little Caesars has a Batman pizza, and they're like, I swear to God, if Bruce Wayne takes a bite out of a Little Caesars pizza, I will walk out of the camera. It's the worst product placement ever. Like he's a multi-billionaire, and he's like,
pizza.
Ready. I may be rich, but I can't buy convenience like this.
He like pulls over really quick, stops, and get a hot and ready, please.
Yeah,
it's like feels so out of place.
It's like,
like a random boob in a horror movie from the 80s. Like, why is there a random boob there? I mean, I'll watch it, but
man, they loved that in the 80s.
Yeah, they did.
There was at least one topless girl getting brutally, and we loved it because, and then she was all bloody, and
it was just the 80s. It was a different time, easier time.
Yeah,
just boobs galore in every movie.
Like when horror movies weren't psychological,
that were like, this is too real and scary.
Yeah, like new horror movies are freaky. Like it's you don't think you know what's real anymore. But give me back in the days where it's like, if you go to sleep, a man with finger knives is gonna murder you.
9 out of 10 scary movies in the 80s all started with a group of kids going to a lake.
Yeah, having premarital sex and underage drinking. That was. Like, if you had sex in a horror movie, you were gonna die.
I need to tell 9423 something. I hate you, and you're an idiot. Not to be mean, and don't take offense to that. But you can't compare Twilight. You got to understand, Robert Pattinson, I'm not kidding about this, is becoming one of our greats. You need to watch like movies called Good Time, The Lighthouse, or Rover. 3 movies I guarantee you haven't heard of because you just compared Robert Pattinson to the Twilight movies. You need to watch his acting.
Probably not, because that is probably what he's dealing with right now, is that his last mainstream movie was Twilight.
Yeah, and
his other movies are good. He is a great actor.
He's amazing. Or the one with Tom Hardy, or no, Holland in that Netflix.
Is that Cherry or The Devil?
The Devil, that one.
The Devil Made Me Do It or something like that.
Pattinson is amazing.
But not mainstream.
Right.
They didn't play a preview for it during the Super Bowl. So to a lot of people, you are seeing Edward Cullen turn into Batman.
If you want to be nervous about something, be nervous about that Lord of the Rings remake on Amazon. That's what we need to be nervous about.
That's what this all started with, is that Lord of the Rings remake is probably going to suck. It's probably going to suck. What they should have done, and people would have liked this more, take the original story, the original trilogy of movies, and just extend it into a show. Include more stuff from the book. You know what? What I've learned in the past 10 years, people don't want new. Mm-mm. People want what they remember.
It's like Garth Brooks, when he's not killing people, he goes on stage and he says, I'm going to sing like maybe 1 or 2 new songs, but I'm going to give you all my old ones because I know that's what you're here for.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows.
That's what we want. Things did The Matrix again.
What a rumor that they're starting with.
Dude, if you go to his Instagram, it's all just like, tell us where the bodies are, Garth. Like, the families deserve closure, Garth.
Did you see that? Somebody just reminded where he admitted to using Valium during Twilight. Did you watch that one where he said he went to an audition on Valium and he was just out of it? And he says, like, I think that's what got me the part, is because I was so detached from everything at that point because he was so nervous about that going in and getting. And then he hated the movie, but it gave him the freedom to do a movie called The Lighthouse. You know what I mean?
I do I think you shared it with me or showed it to me or just told me about it when he was working on Twilight. It was like the second one or the third one or something like that. And then his agent came, or his manager came, and he was like, oh, my manager's just here to see me. That's cool. And then they went out to lunch, and his manager was like, whatever you're doing, do the opposite, because they're going to fire you today.
Yep. If you you're done.
Yeah, if you don't change your attitude.
Well, he hated everything about the script. He hated how he was playing it. He's like, why am I going to high school?
Yeah. Why would you go to high school?
Right.
I also like that 9/11 caused 50 Shades of Grey.
What do you mean?
So the person who wrote Twilight was on a ferry boat during 9/11, watched the towers go down. And that's when they decided, I'm going to write these books. Like, I've been talking about it, but like, this is horrible. I'm going to write these books. And the person who wrote 50 Shades of Grey said that she grabbed inspiration from Twilight to write 50 Shades of Grey. So 9/11 caused 50 Shades of Grey.
9/11 caused all the horniness.
Yeah, 9/11.
That's weird.
Made all moms horny.
Hey, let's steal. I really want to do this, and we talked about it yesterday. Another radio show does it. I don't even want to play a game with it. I just want to
do it.
I just
do
take
the top movies?
Well, I got just Oscar-winning movies. I thought that made sense. We're going to take Oscar-winning movies and change the title into porn parody names.
Yep.
And just have some fun that way. I love when they do it.
And we want to do it.
And
we're adults.
And we're all adults, and they steal 90% of everything we do.
Almost word for word.
Word for word. There's somebody writing down. Somebody said that they take our show and they go to a coffee house and they rewrite everything. They transcribe it out.
Yep.
And then they hand out papers. Hey, you're going to play Tanner today. You're going to be Jake.
How they got 5 people to do a show that's obviously done by 2.
Right. So we're doing 5 people.
Or are they all just doing like...
They're overpaid, I think.
There
it is.
There's the more you know sounder.
I'll do it next. Yeah, so I started taking just regular movies and doing this, and then I'm like, well, it'd be more fun if we did it with the Oscar movies.
Okay.
And do you need a list of them for? I just did the best picture.
Best picture from this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
From 2022, and I didn't even see this one. There's one I didn't get. We'll list them off, but I started doing like the regular movies, and I was like, okay, we'll just use the two I came up with as examples or whatever, because I think they're fun. So if you were to do like, we're taking the Oscar movies and we're going to turn them into parody porns.
Yeah.
Because they do this all the time, like Forrest Hump and stuff like that.
Yep.
Which, by the way, completely stole this from another show. I actually texted him a couple years ago when they did it, and I'm like, oh my God, that was so fun.
Yeah, I remember I think I remember the first time they did it. And I was like, oh, they're going to do that for the rest of their career.
Sure.
Because it's so easy and it's constantly changing.
He says they get a lot of phone calls that a lot of people don't like it because it feels like they're just a bunch of 13-year-olds.
100%.
Yeah, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Okay, like if you were to do Uncharted, I wrote Uncharted vagina. Okay, so that could be a porn parody.
Unfarted, butt plugs from hell.
That's good. It's wordy, but I like it. Yeah. I got Jackass Forever. I put Jack is in my ass forever.
That one wins.
This one's so stupid. Spider-Man, Home Away Home. Can I?
Yeah, you can say the word homo.
Okay, because I don't know, man. It's 2022. So those are what we're having fun with. And please feel free on the text line when we're going to give you this list. We got Belfast, Coda.
Oh, it's got to be Belfist, right? Belfisting.
I didn't even think of that. That's the one I skipped. I didn't even see it until right now. But I'm like, how would you do that? Oh, yes. Belfist wins, hands down. So Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, and Power of the Dog. Here, let me get this going and have fun with these when we're on the first one. Belfast is there. That's perfect.
It's Belfast.
Okay, so Coda. I don't even know what that movie's about.
Neither do I, which helps.
Yeah, that kind of does help, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You want me to go on mine? Because
I kind of
I did these just a little earlier. Now I got Coda. This one was tough. Now just think of the words in the center of the VHS that you're picking up, because in the back room VHS. They only have porn on VHS. Coda, and then underneath, it's Coda C.O.D.A.
Okay, acronym. That's where I was going to.
Okay, and now I can't say the first word, but think of like skeet.
Okay.
Skeet on dad ass for Coda.
That's not bad.
That's good, right? Very dirty. That one's tough. That one's tough for me.
Okay, so the C word.
Yup.
Organized dominant Asians.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah, that one's good. All right. I would watch that.
I would. For sure. I would at least click on it. I would at least hold my mouse over it to watch a little preview.
This one was easy for me. Don't Look Up, or you might get it in your eye.
Oh. Mine is Don't Look, but. It works.
Wait.
Don't look, but.
B-U-T-T?
Yeah, like it's Don't Look, and then there's just a big ass coming through the sky.
And I could see just the VHS.
Yeah, of an ass cresting over the earth.
I don't know what Drive My Car is, but I have something.
I have Drive My C.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I came up with... What is Drive My Car? But anyway, it's up for Best Picture. I got Drive My Car the Wrong Way Down My One Way.
Oh! That's so good.
Oh, this was a good one from 2967. Don't Look Up My Skirt Step, bro. That wins!
You win.
Oh, that one's really good. That one is really, really good.
I have one for Dune.
Okay, yeah, this one was kind of easy, or I went an easy route with it.
Poon.
Oh, fun. That would have been better. I got where is it? Go Dune on me.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying down, but you could take it either way. Go Dune in my mouth. Take a big Dune.
I don't like it.
Hold on, I want to see if another text coming in. Drive into my Jesus, no.
Whoa,
Lordy, we can't even say that.
Yeah, or drive not into, just drive my C.
Ooh, boy, that just ends abruptly. King Richard. Again, this one was kind of easy.
King Dick.
You could do that. I got King Richard and his two hairy friends.
Oh. Two hairy friends. Testicles.
Oh yeah. Then there was Nightmare Alley. Tax line Nightmare Alley gets DP because of the name Alley.
Yeah,
oh, that's good.
Switch it. Nightmare Alley.
I have Nightmare Alley after you enter through the back door.
Oh, Nightmare Alley, accidental backdoor entrance.
Oh, that's good. See, that's the way I was taking it.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, when I came up with that, I'm like, oh, Alley would have worked for
a lady's name.
Yeah, but that one's real. I almost think Nightmare Alley gets DP'd.
Nightmare Alley. Alley has a secret.
And the secret is her stepbro.
Yeah. The secret is she's hiding something in that skirt.
Belfast. I mentioned that one. I would look at that. And I was like, what can you do with that? I was thinking breakfast. Oh, and then finally Power of the Dog. That one's kind of easy.
Yeah, Power of the Doggy style. I had one for licorice pizza.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Lick this Pete.
Oh, yeah. Lick
this pizza.
Power of the Doggy style, or Power of the Dong. Somebody put on the text line. I put the Power of the Dog, starring Dwayne Chapman. He's Dog the Bounty Hunter, man.
Oh,
Power of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Power of the Dog, the taboo love story.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's kind of like, just think Air Bud, but like, you know.
Well, oh.
Okay, there's a lane for everybody, Jake.
Yes, but one's legal and one's not.
That's true.
That's all we got.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I had fun. I wish we had more people to do that with.
There's West Side Story, but it's West Side Hoary.
Oh, yeah, that one's up for Best Picture, too?
I guess.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. I didn't even see it. I did terrible on that. West Side Hoary. Yeah, that's good. Wet Side
Gory. West Side Glory Hole. Ah, there it is.
Did I remember when I found out exactly what that was? Yeah, I was way too old to not know what it was. And then...
yeah, mine was definitely in my 20s.
Yeah, but that's when mine was, like when I found out. But I still feel like that's too old. I was like 28 or something. It was 27 or something. And I'm like, what is that? And then they told me, and I'm like, what? Is that around town? And then I found out,
where would I even find one of these things? And like, how secretive are they?
King Richard and his Prince Albert.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Yep.
God, that just stops.
It
I gotta
does.
fix that. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. I feel like I learned a lot.
I learned a lot. 2 Girls, 1 Dune.
Yeah, I actually had that one down.
West Side Orgy.
Oh, damn. That's the good one.
Yeah, that one's good. That one's fun. I did learn a lot this segment.
I think so.
The listeners are much dirtier than us.
Yeah, much funnier.
Yeah.
Good tap.
I just can't get over Don't Look Up, my skirt step, bro.
Yeah, that one takes home the gold right there. All right, more Jake and Tanner show on the way next. Poor Aaron Rodgers, heartbroken rich.
I guarantee he showers now. His hair's about to get cut. He's about to shave his face.
Dude, I know why they broke up, Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers. That's because he is on the side of, I don't want a vaccine. I don't like cancel culture. I don't like the woke mob. And she is all for that. They have very two different viewpoints. And they, in the very beginning, they said, this is all speculation. Obviously, he hasn't texted me or anything. But
not yet.
Not yet. But they said they weren't going to argue in the beginning. But man, I'm sure she's probably super annoying to be around.
She seems super annoying.
What is with that dude, man?
Maybe it's just because he was like, "Oh, I can get a much bigger movie star than you."
Maybe he got bored, or maybe you really like each other in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know. It's weird because a year into it, it seems like you would know each other pretty well and you would want to be together. I think it's really hard for celebrities, and I consider Aaron Rodgers more of a celebrity than a football player, but it's hard with celebrities, and there's this distance in relationship, which I don't believe that distance. I feel like if you really love somebody, distance doesn't matter. So if you use that as an excuse, I think because I think you make it work. If there's a distance, like, okay, I'm going to get out of the Packers and we're going to live together and we're going to be happy and you have your viewpoints, I have my viewpoints, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So they were just probably, I don't know. Probably the arguing of the vaccine.
And I think it's because she doesn't like sports. And that's his whole life.
I mean, right. Well, somebody on the text line just said she apparently said it was because he spent all his time focused on football and not their relationship. Yeah, and you know what?
That would suck.
I could see Aaron being really quiet and not open on a lot of things in a relationship. You know what I mean? He's probably not going up and just hugging and saying, hey, I want to let you know I love you so much. I don't see him doing that.
Yeah.
So, again, maybe he is a lover. I don't know, but I think there was an annoyance. Maybe that, but I also think there was. She's for all of that. She is the woke. She is that part, which is fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
And he's not. I mean, he's in the league hiding the fact that he didn't get the vaccination and all that. So I think it's tough. It's like being with a Republican and a Democrat. Like if you are way right side and the other person is way left side, that's got to be tough during political season, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sure it would be. It would seem pretty terrible.
Oof. Yeah, that one would be rough. But the more Aaron did Aaron, the more I started liking him.
Yeah.
That dude is wicked smart too. Like on
he is very smart.
College boy, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what college did he go to? Do you think it was like Mid-Michigan Community College where he dropped out?
No, he did go to a community college.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I think he did like a California community college first, and then once they saw how good he was at football, he got transferred over to another one.
Yeah, it says Shailene and Aaron have broken up just over a year after. Whoa, I didn't know their engagement. I didn't know
they were
that.
engaged.
Oh, I just thought dude, okay. This is so weird, man. What happens? Did they move too soon for the engagement? Did they get to know each other? I mean, they didn't get to know each other too well. It's weird that it's like, I love you and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. Then like a month later, it's like, nope. It's weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't break up an engagement.
I guess maybe me and you, I'm using my life and you have the same life. We just found the love really early.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, easy to say that. I don't know, man. That's a weird one. To love each other so much that you're going to get married, but then just a couple months later, the engagement's off because you don't love each other anymore. And if it had to do with the politics or the vaccine or whatever, then you didn't really like each other anyway because you would have made that work out, just like the distance thing, man.
Yeah.
That's a weird statement to me when it's like, we were just too far away. Well, Angie and I, for like a year, we're 4 hours away when I was going to school and she was going to school.
Might as well be when you're poor cross country.
I'm sure she ripped through every guy in the college, but, I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, so it's fine. You didn't smell any of it.
I'm sure she didn't. Damn, I said sure again.
Well, yeah. Well, to be honest, can you even be sure?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But we liked each other, and we still do. Like, I was laying with her yesterday, and I'm like, dude, I'm so happy that I'm still so attracted to you, because that's an awesome thing to be able to look at my wife that I've been with now for, hold on, when did 96?
Is that how long you guys have been together?
So 26 years I've been with her, and I still will look at her
yeah,
and fantasize about her. And it's like, whoa, I still do that after that long. That's crazy, because it just doesn't, you hear these people that doesn't happen in a relationship, and I feel so sad.
It's so weird. It is really weird that people that are just like not attracted to their wives.
Remember that one boss, or the boss that we had that was like, I remember when my wife used to look like that.
It's like, that's weird, man.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Again, though, I think, and this goes for guys too, I think it's important, I do, that you try to keep yourself physically attractive for your opposite. I'm not saying this is directed just for women. I'm saying men and women. I think it's important to try, because if all of a sudden you start getting unhealthy and you start gaining weight, it happens where it's like, oh man, this is weird. I still love you, but
Yeah. Like you want to be attractive to your significant other.
Somebody said, bro, I was born in 96. Wow.
Cool.
Is it a birthday? Is it a happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, okay.
Yay. Good job.
I was born in... I see what he's doing. He's trying to make it an age thing. Like, dude, I was born in 96, and you were dating at 96?
Yeah.
That's how years work, though.
Y'all been slamming since before 96? You were born.
You're close to death.
You even get laid? Dude, don't even get laid.
Who, me or that?
Oh, that dude.
No, this dude doesn't get laid.
He ain't even pulling no bees.
No, this dude. And if he's with a woman, it's not because she wants to be there. It's because she's tied up and binder twined down in his basement.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. No, dude, yeah, now it's getting further and further away. I get what you're saying, 2569, because I was born in 1980. That's when I'm doing the thing on the internet now, and like you got to scroll down to your birthday. It's a few scrolls on that wheel, man.
To me, I was like, for me, it's starting to get there where it's like, you know what? It used to be, my year was like right there because like 18, you got to be 18 to sign up for this, but now it's like, damn, I got to scroll a lot more.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I got to scroll a little bit more now.
Text line. But I also think having an emotional connection instead of just physical connection is super important. Well, yeah, you need the emotional connection. Absolutely. If you don't have that, then you don't really have anything.
Yeah.
But also, I want to have a couple beers and be like, I can't wait to get home and
touch your soft spots.
I don't want to be disgusted with it. And I know that sounds terrible, but I don't want her to be disgusted with me too. And like I said, like that whole, I remembered when John Travolta was bigger than what he is now, his wife said, tickle time has increased like crazy since he lost his weight and got in shape.
Yeah. Of course it's going to.
But I totally agree with emotional connection too. I do think you need to be buddies.
Yeah, you should probably like each other.
I love when people text in and answer, and then they're like, oh, crap, I'm listening to yesterday's show. I'm sorry, because they're listening to the podcast.
Oh.
And they're giving answers. I'm like, did we say something about a Nissan Xterra?
No, was it the CJ, though? I can't remember what it was. This person's really derailed that.
Yeah. My dad was with my mother for 45 years, and on their 45th anniversary, I asked what the secret was, and he said, we hump all the time.
Shouldn't hear family members talk like that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't. That's naughty. Should not hear them talk that way.
Yep. Yeah, I always, but again, I'm sitting here saying, that was probably a woman that said the emotional connection is really important too, which again, I do think it is. And I also, but as a man, it's weird. Like I'm saying this as a man, and I think I may be speaking, maybe this is how men think, but we are more visual than women. Yeah. Because when I gained weight, I don't think my wife was. I mean, if I gained a ton of weight, my wife might think that, like, wow, this is different. I'm maybe less attractive, but they're not as visual as dudes.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm just speaking as a man. I don't know. Maybe
yeah, like keep it tight, or I'm gonna go somewhere else. That's what you're saying, pretty much, right?
No, it's not. No, not at all.
You're saying like if you don't.
No, I think it's
you
fun
better be hot, or I'm gonna go get something else
no,
in the background.
I would never. But I heard a thing about cheating, and I thought this was really interesting. But I also think that cheating can happen because A, you're not open with fantasies. This is what I thought before I heard this saying, and then I really like this what the psychologist said. You're not like your wife doesn't know that you want to bring in a salad shooter and whatever into the bedroom, and you never know if she's open to it.
Yeah, you have to. You're married,
and also I think possibly that if the woman cheats on the man, because maybe she's attracted to somebody that's more in shape. I'm just saying if you let yourself go, there could be that aspect. But this woman, the psychologist said this, and I found this really interesting. Cheating can happen because there's something obviously wrong in the relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
But 9 times out of 10, it's not because you don't like, you stop liking the other person. It's because you don't like the person you've become in the relationship. And it is a deep thing inside that
it becomes more of a you thing than it is them.
Yes, and like when you go with the new person, when you cheat on your significant other and you're with the new person, you're a new person. You can become somebody else, and they don't know about all of the things that you don't like about yourself. All your crap.
You can be a whole new human being.
And then, so it's not. It's just that, and you got to look. You got to really take a look up. Going, oh, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
So what is going on that I'm not happy about with who I became? And then you try fixing that, and I think possibly she was saying then you can find. I know I still really like my wife, or I really like my husband. Yeah. I didn't like me, and I'm going to fix that. I thought that was really an interesting take on that.
It is an interesting take. We are learning today. We're learning today. We're spreading a lot of information, and we also made a lot of sex jokes.
Yeah, a lot of that was my favorite.
I still enjoy that. I don't care what anybody else says. I feel exactly what the other show feels, where they're like, oh, yeah, people don't really like it, but we like it, so we're just going to keep doing it. Yeah, that's 100% what we're going to do.
Communication is what you want and need. So important, yeah.
It's so weird if you have like a fantasy and you've been married that you will not just tell them.
It's weird, though, too, because you don't want to say something like, hey, I want to stick this tail up my behind and then I want to bark like a dog, because then you go, oh, 2 things can happen, like gross.
Yeah, but
what's wrong with you? Or it's going to be like, me too.
But that's not your right person, because like if I were to say that to Kayla, she'd be like, "Nah, I'm not into it, but I'll do it for you." And if you were to say it to Angie, if Angie came up to you and was like, "I'd like to do puppy play where I act as a dog in the bedroom for sexual gratification," you wouldn't be like, "Absolutely not."
I'm a guy. So I'm going to try anything and everything. Yeah. I'm going to try it before I knock it. But I'm saying, like in the back of your head, this is why people don't. Because it's shameful to stick a feather up your butt.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, just do it, man. I don't want to get that dirty, but I asked Kayla to do something, and she's like, I'm not into it, but I'll do it for you if you want. And then we both found out, we're not into that.
I can only imagine, and I know. You're weird.
Which one?
You.
Yeah, but like, you don't even know what it was. Maybe it was like missionary.
It's not.
But maybe it was.
Because that's the best.
Because you don't. Eye contact.
I don't blink.
No blinking.
And there's no expression on my face.
Strictly for procreation.
That's the only noise. It's just through my nose.
Yeah.
Keep looking at me.
No. Oh, God, no. Either look away or make direct eye contact.
Dude, we got to go, but I am a guy, too. This is terrible. Yeah. But I keep my eyes open when I make out. And it freaks me out, too, when Angie will open her eyes and look at me. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but what are you doing?
I know, dude. I don't know why. Even in the dark. Are
you afraid somebody's gonna come get you?
Even in the dark, I do it. It's weird.
You're like one of those like crazy Second Amendmenters that are just like, there's always a gang ready to get you. And that's why I always got a piece strapped to my side, like I sleep with it and everything. You're like, I'm ready. If I'm kissing my wife, that's when I would attack somebody.
I'd be so scared to keep one of the, like if I had a gun like under my pillow or on my side or whatever, because sometimes I've woke up trying to kill spiders in my bed, like as I'm sleeping. Yeah, I don't know I'm doing it. I would hate to have grabbed that and start shooting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or do you not know? No, just being at night, or like if some people keep knives by their bed. What if you just grab the knife and trying to kill the spider? You're stabbing your wife's leg.
I said my buddy Jake, that I think is the Jake you want to be.
I do.
By the way, I have pictures to show you of him working on horses.
Dude, does he need a partner? Because we could tackle this part. I could be in the market. Can he train me?
He might be able to.
If he trains me, I'll take this market. And
you'll take south of Appleton. He'll take north of Appleton.
Yeah, and we'll meet up and we'll have a little headquarters. Mm-hmm. It'll be like a little shed, a barn.
I get half.
Sure. I mean, I just need to get paid in gas. I just want to be around horses.
Why? Man, the horse people are weird to me.
Well, they got lots of money usually.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just all the money.
What were you going to say about the dude?
Oh, he used to sleep with a 6-shooter under his bed, under his pillow. And
like old West gun?
Yes.
Dope.
That's why I said the Jake you want to be.
That's amazing.
He used to sleep with a 6-shooter under his pillow, and I remember one day because he lived with me for a few weeks before he packed up in the middle of the night like he was a battered woman. I'm not a good roommate. I'm a wife when I'm a roommate. Like, where are you? Dinner is getting cold. Are you with that whore? And I was like, hey, do you want to watch a movie? And he was napping, and he immediately had his gun in his hand. I was like, can you not do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I would be terrified of. The two Jakes. Hey, the two Jakes are here.
Oh, old J and J.
Man, I really like that. That's my fantasy. That's what I think about when I'm trying to get up
at night.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. So, Kayla's getting the rest of her tattoo today.
Yes.
By the way, I thought I was going to ask you this, and I know I've asked you this before, but I completely forgot about it. Didn't Kayla take the new gig to be able to, because you said you never see her yesterday because your hours are switched. Didn't she take that to be?
Yeah, and
see you guys?
She is home more.
Okay. But did she think when she took it was going to be more?
During the day?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But she works,
maybe it'll get that way.
She works like 3 to 11s. So she's home, but the other thing is that she's sleeping the rest of the time when we are, and when she was working at the jail, she'd work, 5P to 5A,
right.
And then she'd sleep all day too.
Or not sleep.
Or like she would just have to sleep because she needs to be awake, so that she's awake more.
So what is she getting done? Because I forgot that I love tattoos, and by God, I still got to get that. When you said that, the tattoo, I'm like, oh God, I got to make an appointment to that place because the listeners bought a tattoo and like a year ago or something.
Did you see if it had an expiration?
I did look, and it does not.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So I need to and I don't think they would be like that. Be like, dude.
I know some places. I know the one that Kayla is going to. Their gift cards are all 1 year expiration dates.
They probably should have done that because then I did. I'm going to call. I'm going to make an appointment because I want to get this. I want to get that done before I go to Mexico or before summer hits.
Oh, you got to do it like soon because you want to.
I forget how long do they take to heal? A couple weeks.
Yeah, like 2 weeks to be fully healed. So
maybe
you
I'll
only
wait until
have like
afterwards.
30 some days. I mean, you could do it, obviously.
I changed it from Dewey, and I'm just getting Thug Life.
I would. Cross your neck.
Fredonia Life.
Oh, choke here.
Yeah.
Choke
here. I like that one. So now that I know they've stopped, it looks like I'm not appreciative, and I am. Mm-hmm. I just constantly keep forgetting, and...
Well, your anxiety, killed you the first time because you had set up an appointment. But then,
no, I never did.
I thought you said you set up an appointment and then you canceled it.
No, I was going to. Yeah, I had there's mental issues that speaking of that, take a little Lexapro.
Little Lexi Pro.
Mental issues of. I had a problem, and I don't really any longer. But I had a problem putting something on my body.
Yeah, you're a purist like that.
That the listeners gave, because then it's
like they own that part of you.
They own that part that I wanted to get done for my son.
Yeah.
Now it's taken it. It's like Eric Clapton playing Tears of Heaven, and it's like it's lost meaning. Now that Dewey, when I see it or think of it, I'm going to think, oh yeah, the listeners. I'm going to think of
the only reason I did that is for the listeners.
Yeah, and I feel pressured. Oof, I don't know. I might get something different with it. I might not put my son on the one that I wanted to get done. I might not let the listeners be a part of that. Does that
makes sense?
Let me get your thoughts on that. Is that okay?
I get that. That's all a you thing.
Yeah.
If every time you look at it, that's what you think, then don't do it.
Yeah, and I'm never going to really look at it because it's going on my back, but still, so I might just get a tramp stamp.
I always wanted you to get Dewey written on you, but incorporate the Lincoln car logo.
Oh yeah.
So it's still in there, but it's him more as Dewey.
Yeah. Does
I might do it.
You should do that.
Just because I think it looks cool.
You should get a sausage.
Be like, what's that for? You're like, oh, it's for Jake's son.
Yeah. So now I might just go in to get. It's always fun when people go get tattoos in the beginning because I guarantee if anybody's listening right now and they only got one tattoo, either usually it's a guy. Guys will be a drunk mistake. Their buddy had a tattoo gun and it's terrible.
Yep.
But almost all women, there's always this meaning behind it. The feather falling means that this was my whatever. And you do that. A lot of tattoos have meanings, and then all of a sudden it's just like, dude, I just want cool art on me now.
Yeah.
Once you get going.
Eventually it's if you put it on your body, it should mean something.
Right.
And then it's just like, I really like the way that this Harry Potter logo looks.
Yeah. Did you get one?
I'm going to.
Dope. Where are you going to get it?
Right here.
What is the logo?
I have a few sketches. I need to get a hold of a tattoo artist to fully finish it out, but I have a few different ideas that I want him to piece together.
Yeah, that there's a chick, I don't know if she still does it in the mall. There's a tattoo place in the mall. We went there actually.
In Appleton, yeah, upstairs.
Upstairs. And there's a chick there that her husband was in a cover, not Verona Grove.
Oh, okay.
Remember Verona Grove? I think his wife, and I looked at her work because when I first moved here, they gave me you should go see her, and I looked at it, and it's outstanding. I wish I would have known. I wish I'd remember her name. And if she's still there. And I'm surprised she's married. Not saying that she's not beautiful, but all tattoo artists are divorced. So it's maybe they're divorced now.
Yeah, they're probably divorced now. And a rock star tattoo artist. Maybe that's the only ones that work.
Could be. That Verona Grove, they were some nice dudes. I asked him, I'm like, do you tour? And he's like, nah, this dude over here, he sells cars at so-and-so. Like, because they still are, they're a band. I said cover
good for
band.
them.
But not, they're still a
they're
band.
They're a hobby band.
And they are good. That's who we need to get at Dalton Palooza.
Yeah.
Is Verona Grove still a thing?
Maybe. Depends. Maybe somebody got promoted to finance manager. But that would be cool. It's like, this is my hobby, and I enjoy doing it. Like, some people like mountain biking, and he's like, oh, I play shows.
Dalton Palooza. Let's get a tattoo artist out there giving flash art.
They're real quick. I wanted to do... I always get nervous about tattoos. I haven't gotten a tattoo in over 10 years.
They hurt too.
And I want to get one. Kayla didn't get one for a while, and then she got one more, and now she's on her fifth one since then.
Sure.
She just keeps getting tattoos. I don't know where we're getting this money from. We might be wildly in debt that I'm just not paying attention to.
I had no money, and well, mine are a lot through radio, I guess. Mm-hmm. So never mind. But I was spending some money later in.
But once again, tattoos, cigarettes, beer.
You find it.
Regardless of how poor you are, you find money for it.
There's a couple.
So crazy when somebody's like, I have no money for rent this month. And then it's like, what's that in your arm? It's like, oh, I just got this ink done yesterday. It's like, what the hell?
Oh, that tattoo place in the mall is gone.
Oh.
Do we know the girl that I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Yeah, there's a couple more that I want to get. I wanted to get this done right here, a chest on me.
You want to get a chest on your chest? Like you want to tattoo a chest on your chest?
Yeah, so I have a chest.
Like just some shading?
No, I had some art for this, and then there's a couple more I wanted to do, but then, I don't know, man. The older I got, the more my priorities changed for that money. Now my kid needs new shoes for her flipping bunions, and that's going to cost me money. Why can't you listeners get certificates for bunion shoes?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm very appreciative.
Just some therapeutic shoes.
Yeah, she went in there, man, and they're like, "Wah, yeah, you need bunion pads. You need bunion pads. You need physical therapy." And you need bunion shoes. Well, we don't know if it's bunions, though. I'm not saying it is. You need to go see a foot doctor, but good luck getting in there.
Maybe, you know what it is? I think I figured it out. You've made fun of people that have gout your entire life.
Dude, gout's a real issue.
I know, and this is karma. Your daughter now has gout because of how much you've just made fun of it.
Could you imagine if I got canceled because all the gout woke people? The gout community became woke. Mm-hmm. And they're like, gout's a real issue. My dad had gout. He couldn't even walk. Boy, the smell. It looked like his foot was falling off. I go, Dad, put that thing away. He's like, go give me a beer.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody with gout. But it sounds awful. Just because just the word sounds bad. Gout.
Gout. I was going to be the name of our first kid. Hold on, I want to see.
Old gout. Gout. Yeah, but it was a girl, so you couldn't. Can't have a girl named Gout. That would be ridiculous.
I think this is her. Is it
Jenny, who owns Menaraki Tattoo Shop?
Jenny Helm, right?
I don't know. You met her. I didn't.
I think. Oh, let me see.
But that's the other thing. Is that a thing I can do?
What, yo?
Just go to a tattoo artist and say, these are my ideas. I'd like to get a tattoo. Can you sketch something out for me?
Oh yeah.
And
Absolutely. You just got to find the one that you want.
like,
Absolutely.
Right tattoo person?
Oh,
Well, then I'm taking applications for tattoo artists.
I think it might be Jenny. Wait, is that
she-
the Verona Grove guy? I think that's the Verona Grove guy.
Well, now you need to pull up a picture of Verona Grove.
Oh, Jesus, Tanner.
And you need to, I'm sorry, have you never been a detective? Have you never played the game Clue?
Okay, hold on.
I feel like
it is. It is. That's her. So that is that. If you want a good tattoo artist, I looked at all her art. She'd be good. It's at Jenny Helm, and she owns what? Meraki?
Menaraki.
No, I'm looking at it. MERAKE.
Oh, this person.
Weemeraki. WE.
We.
Weemeraki. Oh, damn. Dude, they do hair, they're a barber, massage, skin, tattoo. This place looks dope.
Okay, I just looked up Weemeraki, and it is a tattoo, hair, massage, facials. Oh, there's so much. It's like the Walmart of bodies.
I like that they do barber stuff there. That's cool, man.
I wonder if they could just like give me a whole makeover.
Yeah,
so they wax me, tattoo me. Give me a haircut all at the same time.
She drew up something for me. I forgot, and I never went back. She spent time to draw up something for my chest, and I think I still might have it. Mm-hmm. And I was going to do it, and I never did. And I loved it. Yeah, she's really good, though. If you Jenny Helm, HELM. If you're thinking about getting a tattoo, Weemeraki.
I might try this.
And her husband's dope, too. Like the dude from Verona Grove. He was like super nice guy. So, yeah, do that, man. Reach out. Here, I'll give her... I'll send you the Facebook.
I'm on her website now.
Oh.
I'm looking at her portfolio.
Well, here's her Facebook if you want to reach out to her and say, hey.
Hey, do you know who I am?
Yeah. Oh, that's probably because I'm on the radio.
Oh.
Jenny.
That's true.
Helm. All right, cool. I'm glad I found her. Maybe I'll.
Oh yeah, but if you had her do art for you and then never contacted her, then I'm gonna have to make a fake name.
No, you'll be good. Just say I'll talk to him. I never heard about that.
She'll be like, oh, you mean the guy you work with the guy who wasted 30 plus hours of my time?
Yeah, no. You just say no. That's why I'm plugging so much right now. Jenny Helm.
Helm, good.
Yeah, but I think she's
very talented. I'm looking at her portfolios.
There is something also. I'm going to get pervy real quick.
Yeah, God.
But there is something about a chick that tattoos that is super hot. Even chicks with, where about tattoo girls at? Because you are smoking hot. But
not
also
dumb tattoos.
Yeah, not dumb ones. Not like the ankle ones. I'm talking about, and then if they hold if they can draw and put that on your skin, there's something awesome about that. I'm scared to death of them.
Of tattoos?
No, of women tattoo artists.
Yeah,
because I'm sure they're
crazy.
Because
every male tattoo artist is crazy.
Right. Hi, what's up? Hello.
And they're all divorced and smoke.
Yep.
The guy that did Kayla's first tattoos and one of mine, he was so good. I mean, so good. And then I found out, I was like, oh, maybe I'll go back to him for a tattoo. And they're like, oh, he's in prison because he took a shotgun and he was held his girlfriend hostage and then shot at the police. And I was like, what?
Dude, I talked to a tattoo artist. He's sitting there, or I'm sitting there, and he's doing the tattoos, and he's like, yeah, years ago, I killed someone. He's like, they did something. I can't remember exactly what he did. He's like, he says it was after the fair, and I walked in with a shotgun. He was sitting there on the chest, pop, and he dead. And I'm like, did you go to prison? He's like, nobody knows. And also, he was scum of the earth, so nobody cared. And I'm like, did you just admit a murder to me? What do I do with this information? Yeah. He's dead, by the way. He died 3 years later.
Yeah, it seems like the dude that just walks into a carnival and blasts somebody in the chest with a shotgun.
Yeah.
They're probably not like, and now I'm living on the straight and narrow.
I think he died of cancer.
It feels like a karma thing that happened.
Everybody was getting some kind of fungus for the ear piercing. But listen, I didn't do ear piercing. I wasn't getting fungus. I may have some kind of disease rocking in me right now, but he had to go out every 10 minutes and smoke cigarettes. He owned the place, so he could do what he wanted.
Yeah, when still the weirdest tattoo experience. I got both my tattoos in my house because we had a tattoo party. The dude was a legit, like he had a shop, but like it was still in my house. It was still in a house. But the one that Kayla got, we had to wait outside of an abandoned business in the middle of Wasaki, which is like 20 minutes north of my town, while he jumped the fence and opened the back door and then let us in the front. And this was not a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like but he had all of his equipment in a backpack. And I never thought about it, but now I am. I don't think he owned that place.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm starting to think that we just broke into a place and got tattoos done.
Different times. And you were with a tattoo artist.
2012, 2013.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. I think I figured out how to stop if there was how to stop rape.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if there's a way to do this, and I'm sure there's not.
Chastity belts.
Maybe I didn't figure it out. Maybe I thought, oh man, if this were to happen, rape would just stop immediately. That's if men could get pregnant.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely, men. If men could get pregnant, there would be no more rape. Probably.
Does it happen? And I'm being serious. And do women? Is there ever a case been where women have raped men, like in an alley, like a dark alley?
Yeah.
Not like married or anything. Like I'm like attacking and Because how would that even work? I'm not talking about strongholding. I guess
you'd have to force feed Viagra or. Yeah, I always had that question too, because but I'm sure it's happened.
Probably. How would the world look if men could also become pregnant? What would change in society, or what would change in the world?
I think we'd force prettier men to have children together.
Maybe.
Like David Beckham and Brad Pitt, or Brad Pitt, like we'd find men to. I think there'd be a lot of like super athletes. I think that's what they would do.
Pretty super
athletes. Like we'd take LeBron James and make him breed with like Aaron Rodgers. It's like we have the best quarterback and then on in the offseason he plays in the NBA. Like they would just do crazy things. And we do the same thing with women. Like Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Aniston are going to mate so Brad Pitt can have his perfect wife.
This is funny, if men could get pregnant, abortions would be legal and available at Walmart. Also, why don't you
100%. There wouldn't even be a question.
And why don't you also put maternity leave packages would be way better and more flexible at work. It would be absolutely.
We would have German level maternity leave where they're like, "Oh, my maternity leave doesn't end for 10 more months."
Yeah,
like it would be.
I think also the pregnancy announcements would be more low key. Oh, dude, what is the baby showers would be dope. There'd be just a bunch of buddies just getting drunk.
Yep.
No, you would barely
Except
have
for
any
one.
gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, infant fetal alcohol disease would be run rampant though.
Oh, yeah, majorly.
Yeah.
Majorly.
I bet you it would be universal health care. Because it would be
probably.
like, my God, I have to give. Like, I had this one-time mistake, and now I have to pay like $30,000 to have a kid. Absolutely not. That'd be insane.
A ton of baby names would be Rambo.
Yeah, like Rambo.
Even girls.
Wrench.
What's
his name? His name's Crescent Wrench. We call him C-Dubs for short.
Crescent Wrench, dude, dope. I wish I had another boy. I'd name him Crescent Wrench.
But then, like, you guys switch it, and it's like, what's his name? Oh, we call him Ben, but his real name's Crescent Wrench. It's like, this is what you did with Lincoln and Dewey. It's like one's normal and one's Dewey.
It's so funny because Dewey didn't know how to spell Lincoln because he hasn't done it. We was like, Dad, do you spell it Linkin? I go, that makes sense, wouldn't it? And I go, it's COLN. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, why would there be an L in it? I just love that he does not know how to spell his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you gave him another change up for a middle name. So how do you spell it? Yeah, Knox. It's N-O-X, right? Well, there's a K in front of it.
Yeah,
Why?
that's dumb, right?
Why is there a K in front of it, Dad? Well, because there is.
I like just the first. I want to name him the first name Knox because I like that so much.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I had a grandpa or an uncle named Knox. Can't ask anybody anymore. Yeah. Everybody's dead, but I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess men would stop also saying childbirth's not that bad.
Yeah, I've taken a big poop.
I've had kidney stones. Hi, what's up?
Hey, good morning, my friends. Would like to hear the story on how Lincoln became Dewey. I don't think you ever told that on air, and I don't know if you like to. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I can tell that real quick. Thanks, man. That I have talked about it a few times on here because we get that question every once in a while. I don't know.
It just kind of happened one day.
It just kind of happened. Actually,
I remember you telling me that you've started calling your son Dewey and that your wife was not in on it. And then I remember the pure joy on your face when you came in the next day or one other day and you're like, Angie called him Dewey.
Yeah.
Just because, like, out of the blue.
We were watching Malcolm. I'm a fan of Malcolm in the Middle. Mm-hmm. And one of the kids is named Dewey. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that's just like a cute, fun name.
See, I thought you did it because that was Duke's nickname.
No. And then I started, that's his real name, Dewey. and his nickname's Dewey.
Oh.
Anyway, and then I started calling, and I started just saying Dewey, and then Piper started taking off with Dewey. I'm like, hey, go get Dewey a diaper. And then she would come back, and she'd go, here you go, Dewey, or whatever. So Piper had it down, because I kept saying it.
Yep.
And Angie kept calling him Link, and I kept saying Dewey. And on one day, yeah, like you were saying, on the way home from work, she's like, how's Dewey? And I'm like, boom. If she just said it there,
it's over.
It's completely stuck, and it's just been that way. He'll always be Dewey. I don't know in high school, because all of his classmates are going to know him as Dewey. Every single one of them. And even the teachers, all through, everybody, they write down Dewey on everything. You know what I mean? In high school, though, you got so many different teachers. And in middle school, so do I go to every teacher and say his name's Dewey? You know, what do you do?
He'll do it on his own. Because at least from my experience, they say, like, I have your names here, but if there's something else, like a nickname, or like if there's a shorter version of your name that you like being called, let me know.
He'll probably definitely get dropped Dewey once he gets older. We'll never not.
He'll probably drop it when he goes to college, because I think it'll be too hard by the time he gets into high school.
Well, I didn't like
gone to the same high school forever.
I told Angie when I came up with Lincoln, not that I invented it, but the movie Lincoln was popular with Daniel Day-Lewis. And I go, what about Lincoln? And she loved being able to call him Link or Linky or whatever. And I'm like,
that ain't gonna hold.
I go, do you know this is going to be a popular name? I go, Lincoln will be a popular name.
People are just finding out about this president.
Yeah, and I think
they are gonna like it.
I think they and I think there are a lot of kids named Lincoln.
Yeah, my nephew's name is Lincoln.
Yeah, and then this person just said, my son is a Lincoln. How old is your son? 7668. Mine's a 7-year-old. But I think there's a lot of Lincolns. Not so many Deweys.
No, not as many Deweys for sure. Yeah, I think my nephew's around 7 or 8.
We'll always be. I'll love it because when they come home from college or whatever, she brings home a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or he brings home a girlfriend or boyfriend, Piper will call him Dewey. She'll always call him Dewey.
Yep.
This whole family will, and I love it. Because then it'll be like, how did you get the name Dewey?
I hope he's embarrassed by it, too.
I do, too. We just named our twins Lincoln and Lucy. See? And we call them Lincoln from Zelda. Oh, that's fun. I love the name Link. I think that's such a strong name. Yeah, Lincoln's a really strong name, too.
That was your argument with Angie. I remember saying, like, well, if you want to call him Link, let's just name him Link.
She doesn't like short names because I liked Leo. And she's like, yeah, but then it's Leonardo. I'm like, it doesn't have to be.
No, it can just be Leo.
But she wants...
Or Leonard. It could have been Leonard. Could have named him Leonard.
Yeah. Oh, that's just a Leon.
Yeah.
I like Leon, and we just call him Leo.
Yeah.
He would have grown up to be a drug dealer. That was my dad's drug dealer. Female here, my first... Oh, they're talking about tattoos. I don't want to get on that. Yeah. He's 9 months old. Okay.
3, 1. Yeah, a couple of Lincolns at younger age.
I have a Lincoln. Will be 7 in May. I like the name because of the TV show Prison Break. Yeah, that's another one. And we were a Prison Break family, too, and that dude's name was Lincoln on there, one of the brothers.
I think Piper blew up after Orange is the New Black, too. But you named him that before that.
That was kind of sad because I'm like, that's going to... Angie actually came up with the name Piper. She didn't invent it, but she heard it from one of her patients. She had kids, and her kid's name was Piper.
Oh, really?
And she's like, oh, my God, I love that name. I wanted to name Piper Pepper.
Because
I think
Pepper's Pepper.
I think that's a really cool name. But Piper's a beautiful, cool name, and I did Orange is the New Black. I do think it kind of blew up. That used to be a boy's name back in the day.
Piper? So was Leslie.
Leslie was, yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude, I was just speaking of Leslie Nielsen yesterday. I just saw an interview. Mm-hmm. I didn't know one of his things was he was getting interviewed like on a talk show, like a Jay Leno or whatever, but even before then. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what do you think of, people think of you? Leslie Nielsen's the funny guy on Naked Guns.
Naked Gun, Airplane.
Yeah.
Surely can't be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. And he's like, well, people see me out and they always think I'm a funny guy, but I got a lot of, I try to be straightforward and I have a lot of manners. And then he went, just because he brought his fart machine everywhere. And I just thought that guy's a genius.
He was so funny. Him and Gene. It's weird because it doesn't seem like there is a group of super funny people in movies right now.
No,
Leslie Nielsen, Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor. Even Steve Martin,
Chris
John
Farley.
Candy.
Where's the Chris Farley's at, man?
I think it's all just Adam Sandler and whoever he casts in his movie. I think that's the new class of, and I hate it. It's unfortunate because I love all of the Naked Gun. I like Blazing Saddles.
I refuse to name my kiddos something that we intended to shorten right off the bat. I hated that idea. Just name them what you want to actually call them, not a dig on Jake and then nickname. That's different.
Yeah, they're saying pretty much the same thing as you, but they're saying like, don't name your kid Jacob if you want to call him Jake. Just name him Jake.
Well, my mom and dad didn't want to call me Jake.
They wanted you to be a Jacob?
And her dad said, everybody's going to call him Jake. And she goes, no, they won't, because that's a terrible name. And everybody, I personally
prefer Jake to Jacob.
Oh yeah, big time. I like the name Jake. Mm-hmm. I think it's a cool old man name too, so I can grow, with that. I like the name Jake. I'm one of the luckies that like their name. Do you like your name?
No. And I can change it. That's the thing. Everybody says that where they're like, oh, I hate my name. And it's like, you can change it.
That would be so tough to call you if you were like, I want to be feline.
Yeah.
Feline.
Call me Jim.
Jim. That'd be tough, man. And then my mom, I would get mad at mom when she'd be like, Jacob. I'm like, Mom, call me Jake. And she knew you used to irritate me.
Yeah.
And then she did one time. She was like, hey, Jake. And I'm like, don't ever do that again because you saying that sounds so weird.
Uh-huh. Jacob's the Christian. That's the virgin in my head. We had like 3 Jacobs.
Smiley.
Yeah, Guy Smiley. We had like 3 or 4 Jacobs in my class alone.
I had a couple, and then a couple years below me, they were all over the place.
But one of them, it was weird to call him Jake because to us he was Jacob, and he's a pastor now.
That seems about right. Jacob seemed like a pastor.
Jacob Michalski.
Oh my God.
Right?
Dude, I want him to preach to me.
And dude, he's such a quiet guy. And then I think I listened to one of his sermons he posted on Facebook and I was like, damn, he killing it with them words of the Lord. Like
amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
Hey, stop. Do not spell. Well, now I feel bad because your kid, I think, is spelled with a Y. I don't like when you got it. Your name's already different, Lincoln. You don't got to change the letters up.
That's like 90% of them are changed. But yeah, mine is with a Y, but for a different reason.
Is yours Dundledore
It's from Gryffindor.
So it's actually spelled that way.
It's spelled the same way as Gryffindor is spelled. And we didn't want it to be with an I. Because then it's just named him Griffin, but we wanted it to be a different thing.
You guys call him Griffy?
I just do Griff, G Money, Warren G Unit.
Okay, I want to say this. I do have to say, as a kindergarten teacher, we hate when kids have nicknames or don't go by their given name. It's very confusing because it's on all of their forms, and then you have to change all of their name tags. But in the teach them, the nickname. Hold on, I'm getting really confused. But we also teach that they need to know how to write their name, and then if they have a nickname, it just gets complicated.
I could see that.
Yeah, sure, but we've started out with that name. Even when you went to preschool, It was Dewey. That's all it was, and we've never had a problem. All the principals, all the teachers, everybody.
It's probably not common
by Dewey. Yeah,
it's probably not common to happen to them.
You just concentrate on not getting in trouble by doing something to the kids.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this that Suring thing.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, no charges are being dropped or no charges are being filed.
How?
Because it's not as bad as how the students put it out to be.
That's that woman calling and saying this is getting blown out of proportion. So are those students little liars?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did anybody get in their bra and underwear?
Yes, they got in their bra, no underwear.
That's still wrong.
And they, with the nurse, and they stood on the other side and said, you just got to pull it back so anything in it falls down.
No way. No, I don't. Dude, seems weird. You should have contacted the parents, too.
Yes, I think you should have had to contact the parents, but I guess it's like, as long as they're not touching you and you're doing it, it's probably in there if they assume that you have some sort of illegal substance on you.
But like you said earlier, man, they're going to just listen to you because
they
they're
are
kids.
just going to listen to you.
I don't know, man. If I found out
I would have been
a
pissed.
principal said my daughter got down to her bra and pulled her bra, even though a nurse to something to fall out, and even if cocaine fell out, I would deal with that later. But I'm going to be pissed at the principal or that decision made.
Yeah, you got to call me. And my brother-in-law said to his daughter, because she's like 12, she's getting into that age where now kids are going to start vaping around her in her class. And she was like, anybody asks you to do anything like that, you say nothing to them and you call me. And that's good advice. It's
right.
like, dude, just call. You all have cell phones now.
You know, I remember my old man saying this to me when I was younger. Because like in the news, a gun was in some school or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I just want to let you know, if there's any student ever brings a gun and you see that, you just start walking home. You just walk right out of the school and you just continue walking. Mm-hmm. And this is prior to cell phones. He's like, I'm going to go knock on someone's door, call me or whatever, and I'll come get you. And he's like, there is absolutely no trouble. You don't need to talk to anybody. He just says, walk right out.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I could do that. So I took that as, I don't go to school anymore.
Yeah, if I don't want to go to school.
So I skip Fridays a lot.
Yeah, if I don't want to go to school, I can just say, I thought that dude had a gun.
It's weird, my kids.
But I like that. I like what he said. You're like, you don't gotta tell anybody. And be
Just
like, wait a minute. So you didn't have to
Maybe that's
his advice wasn't go somewhere and call the police because you don't want any of these other kids to get murdered. If you see something, he was just like, nah, if you just don't want to be there.
See, this is Tanner. Maybe this is where I get somebody else will take care of it if the light pole's down. Do I really need to? I'll just drive around it. I mean, seriously, where did I come from that?
It's just like you just don't need to be there.
Well, he's looking out for his own.
I always told the teachers, I was like, if they say the shooter is on that side of the building, and all of our classrooms had windows to the outside, like that you could definitely get through. I was like, oh, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
like,
just
no,
jump
you have to stay here for the count.
I don't gotta do anything.
You're gonna tell me there's a shooter over there and my car is 20 feet away? Yeah. I'm gonna hop in my car.
Take your shirt off. Stop talking back to me.
Let me see your underwear.
Let me see. You know, it might not be illegal, but somebody said definitely that's a violation of rights. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still wrong, but there's like nobody's going to prison over this.
Because I can tell you this: if they would have called me and said, "Hey, I think your daughter has a vape," I'd be like, "Okay, you know, I'll
pull
deal
her in
with
the office, and I'll be right there."
Yeah, I'll deal with it. We're gonna strip search her. Hell no. Mm-mm. Okay, I will be there. Then I'll ask her. We'll talk about this. But just doing that behind the parents' back, and again, like you said, kids are gonna listen.
Yeah, they're just. You're in a place where they've been told, like, you got to listen to your teachers, listen to everything they say, and you don't think as a soft-brained little kid that anybody's trying to hurt you.
Jake's shopping cart issues make sense now.
Yeah, it's all because of your dad. Just telling you, if you see a gun going to school, just don't go that day.
Well, he did. He said you just, but I get it. I would tell my daughter that too.
Yeah.
Don't go
to the school. Go find somebody.
Well, then he probably
somebody.
thought that I would call him, and then he could call the cops or whatever. You know, this is again before
cell phones.
You know, I don't want my daughter to be like, "Hey, if you see a gun, go track down somebody." I would tell her the same thing. Just get the hell out of there.
You turn around, go the opposite way as the gun.
Yeah,
which I think is good advice for anywhere you are.
Yeah.
If you see somebody walking, unless it's like a gun store, but like if you see somebody walking in with a gun. Like, go the other way. Maybe you don't need to go to Walmart today.
Yeah, right.
Like, maybe your grocery pickup could wait until tomorrow.
Dude, that was the weirdest thing in the world when I saw those police officers with guns at Walmart down in that, over by Gary, Indiana. Mm-hmm. That was their job. Their job was to be around the exits with guns. Yeah. In that area.
At a Walmart.
I
remember the one in Capitol Drive. I went there, and they're like, we don't open until 6. Dude came up in security guard. He's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I have to get hot sauce for the show because we were getting hot sauce. And because we were going to take shots of it. Yeah. I don't know why. We were just going to see how many shots of hot sauce we could take.
We were that type.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. It's like 4, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's not great radio. But he was
it
like,
just hurts your stomach.
yeah, he was like, we don't open till 7. I was like, you're Walmart. You're open now. Just let me in. And he was like, you're not coming in here. I had to go to the gas station where they had glass, and I had to buy gas station hot sauce.
That was the same place that this was extremely bizarre to me when I walked out. They were searching everybody's bags to see if you got what you got. They checked your receipt and looked in your bag, and I'm like, whoa. Because now the Walmarts that I'm at, there's just somebody there, the older person, that if I stole something, good luck catching me, because I'm just going to hope there's not like a brisk wind or this old person would fall over trying to get me from stealing, but still.
And the only time they ever check me is if I'm carrying something without a bag. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then they're like, can I get a receipt for that? Because the amount of confidence, I guess you would have to just grab something and just walk out. But I think I could do it. I think I could steal.
Oh, I have a question, because you were saying we got to go. And, God.
Might as well just smash it.
Really? We're going to get so in trouble.
We haven't yet.
Because it's not going to... Let me see how many commercials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, say 6 there.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just say 10 minutes. Okay, we got to be out in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we have 3.5 minutes.
I would love to talk to our female lesbian listener, Eileen. Do they have kids, Eileen and her partner? No. Okay. Or her wife? Are they married?
Yes.
Okay. Are they going to have kids?
I don't know.
Do lesbians argue on who's going to carry the baby if they do it that way?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Because I was thinking in my head, if men were able to get pregnant and a woman also would be able to get pregnant, it'd be like, dude, I'm not carrying that baby. That's not my job. That's a woman's job. You know what I mean? And then I was starting to think, this probably happens in real life. Do you get into arguments on who has to carry that baby for 9 months?
I wonder if they'd fight to carry the baby.
Oh, that way? Like, I want to carry because I want it to be more connected to me? Or
I wonder.
I'm really, really curious about that. If it's that way, or if it's the argument of like, oh, dude, I want to still be able to pound beer.
Yeah, there's got to be, one of them has to be true. They're probably fighting about both.
Because that would be a bummer, man. Just like 9 months of...
And, you know what, we could talk to her for another thing. She's also loss prevention at Walmart.
Oh. Why?
Because we were just talking about stealing from Walmart.
Oh. Yeah.
And how easy it is to steal.
See, why do they hire the oldest people on the planet?
Yeah, just to do that.
The one guy there, one-eyed man winking at me.
You find out that it's actually like somebody super jacked, just like in that bad
costume,
grandpa
rips
costume.
It off.
And it's like Terry Crews. Get back here! What? I just forgot to pay for the soda. I'll pay for it, I swear.
So if you have lesbians in your family, or you are one, or you know somebody, do they argue about who's going to carry the baby, or do they argue which way, like a good way or a bad way? Like, I don't want to, or I want to. Whoa, they're not married?
No, I think they're married. They're going through some stuff.
Oh, they're no longer together?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Aw. That makes me sad.
It makes me sad, too.
Because they're so pretty.
Very pretty. Very, very, very pretty.
I mean, it'll still work.
Oh, yeah. It's still up here.
Head, yeah,
it's still doing it.
Well, whatever. The blonde hated us anyway.
It still works.
so
the question still works. Like anybody who is a lesbian or gay, because that would be a gay couple too. Like, whose seed?
I want Team Eileen now because she's the only one that liked the show.
Mm-hmm. But like, whose seed?
Why don't you want to talk about it? You feel really weird.
Oh, because
you're weird because you're friends with all these people.
Yeah.
How many people? I want to know how many friends you are with these listeners. How many people did you have at your Super Bowl party?
Just like a few.
Name them.
Eileen.
Because you don't like talking
Kevin.
about it because I find it extremely weird.
Yeah, and I find it weird that you find it weird.
If I called any radio person on the planet, they would be like, "Why is he friends with these listeners?"
Yeah, but you can be friends with listeners.
You can.
I have also met listeners that I'm not friends with.
Dude, but I'm serious. Having party with listeners is a weird thing.
Yeah, but not these are all people I've met before in other aspects. It's not like I've invited them to my house for the first time, like saying I'm having a party at my house.
How did you meet in
on
other
the air.
aspects?
Like at other bars, like that we've gone to, and just talk to them there.
Before they knew you were Tanner?
No.
Yeah, BS. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if I called any radio guy,
well, yeah, but
they would be like, dude, that's really weird.
To have friends that are listeners?
No. Friends that are listeners are different. Listeners that become friends that you're inviting is weird. That's a weird thing, and you can't tell me that that's not.
I can see where it would be weird, but also, like, I can't not, like, if, like...
Yeah, you can't choose who your friends are. I'm not saying that. That's fine. You're doing everything perfect. But what I'm saying...
It's perfect. I'm
just saying
weird.
You can't tell me that it's not a little weird.
It would be weird, yes, if I was just like, these people, they're listeners, and they're the only reason that we're friends is because of that.
And I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying... to the amount of people you hang out with that have become
my only friends I've met through this show. The only friends I've met through this show.
That's weird.
And it's the only other people I talk to outside of you.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, good morning. 3430.
Oh, dear God.
We're late.
Part of the reason why I listen is because of me and Tanner ain't super tight friends, but we text back and forth once in a while. It's one of the reasons why I love the show
very
so much.
one-sided.
Tanner says that's really one-sided.
Very one-sided.
You were saying that other radio shows do camping stuff with their fans and all this other...
3430.
Yeah, but those are station events.
Those are station events.
Yeah.
You're getting this confused. Nobody's your friend, 3430.
Oh, come on. Stop it.
I love you. Hi, what's up?
Hey, it's Nico.
Hi, Nico.
I'm a little offended I wasn't invited to Tanner's Super Bowl party.
We're not friends. I've never met you outside of the show.
Yes, you have.
Well, not that I remember.
See?
I'm offended. How can you not remember me? You yelled at me.
Thank you, Nico. Somebody said, when you work in real estate, can't you become friends with someone you sold houses to? You can. You can. But it is by far weird on this side of doing this show.
It would be weird if...
I'm going to call Colton. He'll help me out on this.
It would be weird if I was like, oh, the only time I see, like, be like, oh, you listen to the show, I met you this one time in an event, why don't you come to my house for a party?
Hold on. Because I'm not being able to argue this point very well.
Like I said, if any of your neighbors you found out were listeners before you moved in, would you be like, well, now I can't talk to them? Or like if Darren was like, oh my God, I loved listening to your show.
No, but they came to events, and then you're like, we should all hang out.
But then, but would you have shut that down if
I don't know.
If
I
you
just
met
yell at him
Darren
when I'm
at an
drunk.
event and then he was like, dude, we should, like, I live near you. You should come over and have a beer.
Yeah, that would be weird to me.
And you would, but like he was one of your really good friends.
I don't think he would be.
You would just shut it down.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you need a better phone when we call you.
Yeah, you make that.
You got that straight talk phone.
Well, he's got that, dude. He's got that good market money, and he was like, I just like having a jitterbug phone that I've dropped in the toilet a few times.
Call me back. Hold on. So I want to see this. And I understand listeners aren't going to understand this.
No,
because they're all going to be like, just, you're so mean. Hey. That's not who I wanted. Dude, he's giving. I got to tell you a story about him. So, because he just texted me something, and I think it's so funny. No. I got it. The listeners are not going to understand this. So I am making myself look bad. So I need somebody on my side because all these listeners are going to agree with you. Hey, be completely honest here, okay? Is it weird that Tanner hangs out with listeners?
Is it weird that Tanner hangs out with listeners? I have one listener friend that I hang out with, but I don't know. I used to think it was weird. You guys are so close. I don't know.
You're not. You're trying to play one side because I've talked to you before about this. It is weird. And I got a lot of listeners. I got people coming in on the text messages saying that it's not weird.
It's weird. I think it's weird that Tanner sleeps with them.
Okay. Hey, no. Stop being funny. I'm being honest here.
Oh no, is this a thing this morning?
Yeah, it is, because it
yeah.
got into a thing where it's like, I think it's weird, but listeners are attacking me right now because listeners aren't in this business, so they don't understand.
Yeah, personally, I think it's weird just because, I don't know. It'd be like if I walked up to, I really am a fan of Zac Efron's work, and I walked up to him and tried to be his friend or something.
But
You know, for me, I would think it's weird. I would never attach to a personality. So in turn, I think it's weird to hang out with a listener. Yeah.
But if you hung out with Zac Efron a few different times and then he was like, "Hey, we get along. Like we get along. We have the same interests," and then he invited you over, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, this is weird," because then I only look at him as that. But if you get to know him more,
If
on
you
a
were
different
if
level,
you were going to a Zac Efron event and you were hanging out and you kept going up to Zac Efron and you followed him around events and then you become friends, would that be weird?
no, it'd be a dream.
That would be that would be weird. And also, I guess why I never do it is because I just feel so much pressure to, like, just, you're hanging out with me because I'm on the radio. That's what makes it weird, I think.
And
Like,
maybe
if
that's where my head goes.
That they wouldn't ever be a real friend of yours, or that you wouldn't want to be who you really are because they're going to judge you.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And I also
I
think
just
it
feel-
really separates the show when you do that. Big time.
Well, I
just
think
got
they're-
a friend.
Oh,
I just
No,
have
I think it
friends.
puts a wedge because you become this person that's always out with listeners.
But I'm just friends with
No,
these
that's
people.
fine. You can be friends. I'm out of
Doesn't
this
sound
gig.
like
I'm
I'm
out
allowed
of this
to be.
gig soon anyway, man. Anyway, what were you
All
saying?
right, let's sit down and I'll moderate the conversation.
No, because we've talked about this before. I get where it would be weird, but I don't. If you feel like it, I just won't.
I don't care, Tanner. Do whatever the hell you want. Don't sit here and do it because of me. I'm just saying that I think it's weird. And also, they're almost, listeners do become friends, but they're also, it's a weird client base too. It's clients. Would it be weird to hang out with clients?
I think what makes it weird is it probably does shed you in a light where you're the unfun one, but there's the dynamic, like Howard Stern has Artie Lang, and Artie Lang would party.
So
with
Tanner
all
is
the
my Artie Lang.
And I always say that when I was, because everybody knows your personality of being introverted, and I always say it's special when Jake's out and about. It's not special when anybody sees me.
Oh, I love this too, and I knew this
Yeah.
was going to come in. Why do you think people want to be your friend just because you're on the radio?
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if that's the discussion we were having,
But
but
this is a cool. And listen, it's a pretty cool job.
Yeah, it's all right.
Like, to be honest,
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool job. It's not like there's never been a person that's like, I'm only your friend because you work at Old Navy.
Now, I'm getting beat up by the listeners. Listeners, know this. You have no idea what it takes to do this job. You
No.
do not understand. With your job and this job, it's completely different. It's almost like Jake doesn't want Tanner to have friends because Jake doesn't like people. That's true. I don't like people. And I don't care. That wasn't the thing to him have friends. I was just saying it's weird.
Yeah. No, and I get what you're saying. Wish I had a different way of meeting people.
I don't.
Because, like, the way that I go out is just through the show. Otherwise, I'm home with my kids. So I guess I latch on to people because that's the only people I see.
I needed to call him because I know exactly how he feels about it. Because I'm just getting the listeners don't understand this part of the gig, and you can't tell me that it's not weird because it is. And
I
I,
said
know,
it's
and I
weird.
know, but I was just saying because you were not saying that it was.
Yeah, I know it's different. It's weird, but also it's not insane.
yeah, for me, it's weird. Just because it's a weird dynamic between your kind of. I'm trying to say it without sounding douchey, but you're kind of on this pedestal, and then people are attracted to that, so they come to you. So for me, and maybe it's an insecurity or something, but I would never feel 100% comfortable hanging out with somebody because I would think you're just here because, like, you hear my voice.
Or you don't want them to, like, get to know. Because that was the thing that I didn't like before. It's like, I don't want them to, like, not like me and then not listen to the show. Or hate, like, get to know me, and it's like, oh, you're not who I listen to.
Jake
Where
literally
would be
biting the
weird-
hand that feeds him. Yeah, I guess it's weird.
Not really.
But Jake's delivery on how he's explaining it is coming off douchey.
It's not, I get what you're saying. And once again, these people, they don't know. It would be that you don't understand the dynamic between.
Yeah, it'd be okay. This is how it would be like if I went to a McDonald's and I started hanging out with the cashier because I really liked the way he did my order and he was charismatic and yeah,
What if
I
he was
would be
super
weird,
hot?
right?
But what if he was super hot?
Well, I probably tend to hang out with people who aren't ugly anyways. So, no, I'm kidding. But I guess it would be weird. I don't know. I think it is weird. What makes it kind of difficult would be this, where Tanner's the cool one, and then Jake is the dill hole for not hanging out, and then it kind of splits the show in that way.
I get that.
You get
But
it?
really-
Yeah, dude.
But
Absolutely.
But it's not like I'm going out and being like, I'm going to this bar. Who wants to hang out?
Hold on, Colton. Let's see if we got a listener here. Hi, what's up?
Hello,
Hi.
Jake. It's Jim. And
Hey,
hello,
Jim.
Tanner. So, Jake, what if you go in town to the mountain bike shop and you meet the owner, and the owner's
Different.
like,
Completely different. It's a completely different career. This is not someone understanding this job.
You just compared it to McDonald's. That's the same thing.
I didn't. Colton did, and
Well,
we laughed.
call Colton, and you're guilty by association. And I feel like you pressed Colton into saying yes. I felt like he had a gun to his head and had to say yes.
Okay, Jim. I liked it better when you didn't call. Go take that avenue again.
Okay, well,
Jesus. This career. Are you still there, Colton?
Yeah. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
I was just saying maybe the issue is the wedge. It was like Tanner being the cool one, and then you like avoiding people and putting you in a weird light where you don't like to hang out. But I don't know. What do? You guys have such a unique show where your listeners want to party with you all the time.
Right. And I don't mind doing that. Like Dalton Palooza, that'll be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
That's an event. I own a dance studio, and I 100% agree with Jake. Again, that's not really the same thing, but I mean, someone said something. Anyway.
What set this all off?
I don't know.
I can't remember. We were talking about Eileen. We were talking about Eileen, and something's going on, and Tanner didn't want to talk about it because he's friends with her.
Oh, that kind of makes it weird then.
Thank you.
It does. Well, yeah, I get it. But that's the thing. Like you wouldn't. It humanizes the listeners, because I guess if I didn't know her, I would throw her personal stuff that anybody texted on the air. But like, you wouldn't do it to your friends or family that you knew them. Like, you wouldn't take Tim's personal crap and be like, this is what's going on with him. You know what I mean?
What does it mean? Why are things only different when they support Jake's view?
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, but what makes it weird about that is then you're kind of choosing the listener over Jake, content-wise. So that's what would make it weird.
But is it content-wise if it was just a text that came in?
I like this.
But it's just a text that came in.
You're kind of choosing sides, though. Like, the listener side.
Well, you are. You were like...
Yeah, like, I'd rather not talk about it.
But you were like, no, don't talk about it. And it's like, dude, I don't know anything about this. What are you telling me to not talk about?
But if you were to ask me not to say something about one of your, like, what happened with you guys...
I get, but you're saying that it's just weird.
Yeah, you would not want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about other people's stuff with people you know and like.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Who's this?
It's Richie.
What's up, Richie?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, I was just calling because, I mean, like, I don't know who that guy is that you guys are talking to, but, I mean, the whole burger thing, you're not going to go up to him and be like, oh, you make my burger good.
You should have used a different analogy, Colton.
I don't know what
it was definitely not a good analogy.
I don't know.
Anyways, but, I mean, if you run into a person that you see every day at Subway or something at a bar and you just start talking, I don't think it's weird if you guys connect and find out you think you have things in common and want to hang out.
Yeah, good point, Richie. You want to be Tanner's friend?
You're Such a
I don't know him that well, but I mean, he sounds like a nice guy.
All right, cool.
I mean, I think being on the radio doesn't make a difference. It's not like you guys are huge celebrities. Yeah, you're local celebrities, but that's not.
I'll take it down a bit.
Yeah, we shouldn't have said the radio thing because now that's.
Well, no, it is an important thing because you're just so vulnerable. Like, I mean, people know Angie pooped in an envelope and gave it to a doctor. Like, I guess that's the analogy. Maybe the McDonald's was bad, but it is kind of a different sort of career. With you, somebody knows everything about you, and you don't know anything about them, and that's how the friendship starts.
Yeah, I had and by the way, I gave it to the doctor, and that was completely cringy.
And you didn't know what was in it, right?
No, I knew.
And wasn't it just?
Dude,
Wasn't it just like in the envelope?
Oh, I'm reliving this again. Yeah, I told her I don't think this is right, but
I don't feel this is right.
We really got to get going here. Hi, what's up?
Hey, it's me again, Jake, your favorite listener.
What's up, Jim?
How are you?
Good.
Anyway, so I wanted to call in so you can apologize for being mean to me.
Okay, sorry, Jim.
That's not even sincere.
Sorry, Jim. Love you.
I mean, I don't even feel it. I love you.
Bye-bye. Anyway, Murphy probably hangs out with listeners.
Pro. I haven't heard you like this in a while after your show.
Do what? No. Just getting sick of this.
It's like a weird one. I haven't heard you in a funk like this in a while.
Anyway, we really got to get going.
Yeah, we're like, just so you know, Colton, we still haven't played the second commercial break from our 7.
We gotta go. Bye. See you, man. Bye-bye later. Yeah, so, that was, we had a good talk when the mics were off.
You have been going to the gym because your punches are starting to hurt more.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man.
It hurts.
I think if I have to backtrack on that last segment of the upsetness, I think Colton did nail it. I think it got involved, and I don't want to get back into it. I'm just telling you why I think my irritation came to fruition, or whatever that word is because the content, I was blocked. I was C-blocked on that content.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's not weird for you because you're friends.
Yes.
So that's not weird. But I look at it as weird because, listen, they've become friends, but I wouldn't, this is just personally who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I would never have a Super Bowl party and invite them. The only reason I did that kayak trip is because you were hanging out with the listeners so much. I'm like, I need to do this too because I got to be the fun one. Didn't you find it a little weird that I want to do a kayak trip with everybody? Because, and again, it's not that I hate these guys. And I am, I like Mandy and I like Zach and I like Jim for what it's worth. Mm-hmm. And then Know It All Know I like these guys, but I'd personally, it wouldn't work. And anybody that doesn't do what I do, are weirdos.
No, I wish communication, man.
No. It's good. It's fine.
I thought when you did the kayak trip, I thought you just wanted to party more.
Oh yeah, that too.
I didn't know that you were like, I need to do this because.
Well, at that time, you were the height of. There was a lot of hanging out with listeners.
It was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And like my life was just starting to get a little easier because my kid was a little bigger.
Not anymore.
No. That's why I don't.
And then you made me feel bad. And you said the only friends you have are listeners. And then now you got me feeling bad.
Well, that's all I have. Like, to be honest, like there are
you
people I know, but like I don't talk to them.
You're fine. And again, I was off air when we had to go so quick. I was apologetic about it. I just found it, again, in my head. And then I found it, and then I got, I think, more mad when you wouldn't say it is a little weird. Because I think
I get that it is weird. It's not weird to me now. I think I've pretty much found, I'm all friended up now.
All good.
I got 3. That's about it. That's all I really need. And if one moves out, I'll push another one in.
I feel bad. I feel like I got to do some kind of damage control because I feel like
another kayak trip.
No,
I got so blackout drunk that trip, like blacked out.
Somebody said you need a syringe of Lexapro. You just stab me in the
quick little drip. Oh, like Uma Thurman.
Yeah. I just also, a lot of the events that we go to, everybody's very, I don't want to give it. I write that down. I'll tell you that.
I said, I was like, we don't really need to bring it. It's been 20 minutes.
I know.
It feels like it was only like 30 seconds. Like that last 20 minutes went by pretty quick. But once again, I think you knocked me out for a little bit.
Yeah. So like the damage, I don't want to, and it probably, if I were to re-listen to that, it'd be like, damn, you hate all the listeners. I didn't compare our listeners to clients. A texter, I read a text that said it's like clients, and that's kind of what they are. And I don't mean to compare them to clients, and I know there becomes a relationship with the listener and the personalities of what we are. And then Colton saying celebrity, that made it sound really bad too. So there's a lot of things that got thrown in that made it sound like we were saying that or I was saying that.
And I get the thing where you said there's a wedge, and I guess I never looked at it that way. Because he's like, well, yeah, there's a listener I hang out with, but it's only Colton for his show. It's only him.
Right.
So that wouldn't be as weird.
Well, if it was the Jake Kelly show and you were going out, it's different, but it's, the Jake and Tanner, so there's always that half and half.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. That I'm going to be honest, that's all an ego thing. That is a terrible radio ego thing that just is terrible, that comes with this business, that comes with doing this. And that's one part that I hate about the gig. But I want to say that God, because I feel like it sounded like I hate all of the P1s, and I don't. And Lindsay, you're amazing, Pang, all these guys, and I could sit here and name all of these people, but I probably will forget their names. Forget it, I won't name them. Couldn't. I don't want anybody to feel bad, but I do. There is. I just personally would find it weird if I was inviting Kevin, and this is again just me, or Kyle and Pang, and over for a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Now that is just a me thing. Okay, but I do love you guys. Yeah. And I just told Tanner too afterwards. We haven't been into it. This isn't the first time that we've argued, and it's not going to be the last.
No.
It's just a big family thing where you just do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we have differencing opinions on things. Otherwise, it would be really boring.
Yeah, I don't know if that was okay radio or not.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So I think that people enjoy listening to conflict. But then
we've had that the last couple days.
Yeah, but then you get like wrench, and people are like, I didn't like listening to that. And I was like, that's beautiful conflict right there.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, 3430 again.
Oh, hey, listen. We're your friends. We're your best friends. I was just new boot goofing.
I don't like you.
No, I was going to say about Tanner, if you want to be friends with Tanner, Tanner does not make it easy. Tanner just doesn't roll over, show you his belly, and start petting Tanner. It doesn't work like that with Tanner. It takes a lot of work with Tanner. So
like, what do you?
It's just easy gig.
Now is Tanner letting you do that, and he humps your leg a little bit?
No, no. We're not there yet. Tanner's a tough nut to crack. So, baby steps.
He's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
Love you,
but I think what he's saying is it's just hard to be friends with me, which I also get.
So, what is the difference between friends and acquaintances? Because I tell the wife I have friends, and she goes, no. You have acquaintances, she goes.
You know that. Acquaintances are just people you see now and then.
Yeah,
but guys are different.
You're pretty indifferent to them.
I think all friends for guys are acquaintances, because I only got a couple friends, but I can't tell you anything about. I don't even know what their jobs are, but I've been friends with them forever.
Yeah, you're a loner. You don't even like the phrase like, oh, that dude's like my best friend.
Can I read this text? Don't apologize to the P1s, Jake. I wouldn't want to hang out with you either, but I'm still a P1. Oh, the bug boss. I haven't heard from you in a while, man. How's he doing? Is he out? Is you doing your thing out there? Him and wait, is that Zach or is that's
Brian?
That's Brian. Brian, you doing your thing? How things going? Look at me try to be all buddy with the listeners now. How's everyone doing? You want to call? Jim, I love you too. And a lot of these, that's again. I just feel like now, like we go to events, I feel like nobody's going to show up to Thorn Blues now because of my wordage.
I've always said, seeing you is special.
No, it's not.
But it is, though, because you're never out and about. So when you go out, and you're never like,
well, I'm just not even in it just makes, I'm not even in this market. So there's another way I feel like super not connected with listeners, because I'm not even in the market either. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the only reason I'm in the market is because it's the closest market to my house.
No doubt.
Like, people in my town will be like, why can't I listen to you on the air? I was like, oh, because our station has a small stick and we're 70 miles away.
You get it up. Don't you get it up by your house?
Very rarely. The atmosphere needs to be perfect.
Dude, the station that we can't name, that comes in everywhere.
Everywhere.
Dude, I can listen to it in my drive. APL's another one that I can listen to in my driveway in Fredonia.
I listened to that station in Grafton. And then I also drove up to my grandma's house, which is an hour north of me, and I listened to it up until like 15 minutes before I got there. It's a literal powerhouse.
Somebody said I was rude to hang up on Nico. Sorry, Nico, I love you, but Tanner was saying that he didn't know you and weren't friends, so I felt like that was going to be a little hurtful to her. But I get it, but also I wanted to continue what my thought, so I just hung up really quick. Know that I love you, Nico.
But that is a different thing. We're not talking about Jake's not talking about like people that we see at events and that we're nice to. I have people that I
Yay! Thank you for you saying that made me feel a little bit better for the way I reacted. Yeah,
because it's not
if that's what I sounded like, you're terrible.
Like that's bad. Like we're obviously if we see you at an event,
very grateful,
and we're happy you're there and we'll have fun with you. But there are people that I've let into into me more. I've let them in me. And they're in me a lot.
Yeah,
and I love that they're in me.
Oh.
And you know what? And they let me in them too. And it's really cool. But I'm not in Nico. And
Dude.
Nico's not in me.
Nico and me are best friends. I love her.
Is she in you?
Nico, I love you. Yeah, so again, I don't know where I'm going with this. My reaction was a hot reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the content, I felt like it was getting C-blocked, which now, knowing that you're super good friends with Eileen, I get that. I understand that. And I understand, but you understand my point of view where it's like, dude, stop being friends.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about this. And then it gets me mad that you were friends with listeners, and then that whole thing just kind of blew up. And I feel, I hope none of the P1s hate me, because I do love you. It's just a different personality. I want to drink and I want to party with you all the time.
Yeah.
I just would not want to have you come hang out. And that's just where you and I are just different people. And I already apologized to you.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it deserves an apology. I guess the reaction, the hot reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you apologized for your anger, not for what you said.
Right.
It's a very gaslighty apology. I'm sorry that you felt like I was angry.
Hey, listen, do you see how you make me react?
You're the reason I'm this angry. I wouldn't hit you if you weren't you.
But I'm going to tell you this. This is what I hate this part about the show. But I like this part about the show.
Me too.
This is just what it is.
Well, yesterday we got into that whole, and we're not going to do it again today because I've already said I don't want to do vaccine talk anymore. I know it's good radio, but I can't because I couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah, I knew you couldn't because you're probably reliving the argument in your head and like what to say
constantly,
and stuff. Yeah,
over and over and over. I was reading articles all day.
I agree.
Did so much.
I agree with no vaccine talk.
I laid down because I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I should go take a nap. I was like, because I have no kids right now, I'm gonna go take a nap. And then an hour later, I just stood up and I was like, this isn't working. I need to do something else with my hands. I was like. But that also, I look at that.
I'm visually choking, Jake.
I can only touch myself so many times.
All right, so what were you saying?
But like, it goes back to, it's like, man, I personally hated talking about that because I don't like where it's left me. But also, I was like, if I'm still thinking about it, there's probably a lot of people are thinking about it, or at least one other person is thinking about it. And is that good enough for radio?
I don't know.
Because it was good radio.
Yeah, well, I'm going to rethink that because I feel like I was a jerk to listeners. I don't think I was. I was trying to make my point, get my point across, but I think it came across jerky. Where did the celebrity thing did Colton say that? Because I
believe so.
That's a terrible, I don't like that. That made it sound like.
Yeah, because he said that we are on a very low rung of celebrity, and it puts us on a pedestal.
Ooh, yeah,
I didn't like that.
Yeah, that didn't help.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But also, it's a little different for me. I never ran a show by myself. I've never been alone. I've always been the Big John to your Robin Hood or whatever, the Little John or whatever.
What does that have to do with it?
So like, I don't have the You don't have a
Big Johnson, you're saying?
No. I mean, I don't, but that's not what I'm saying. I guess I don't have that standard, like, I've never had to go through it alone. Does that make sense? I've never had to take on listeners alone or take on bosses alone because they didn't like exactly what I was doing alone on the air. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like,
so you get two people on the air now, and you don't want to go back to that alone,
right?
So I don't I don't have the fear of going back to that alone, so I guess I don't feel the separation, or the separation doesn't bother me.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I understand more now.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I didn't look at it that way either, but it makes sense. Like for me, it's okay, Jake. I've come to accept that you don't like me. That's Kyle. Yeah, Kyle, I do like you, but from a distance.
Yeah,
and I can see you from a distance. You're a big man.
Like the sun. Like I love the sun, but I don't want to get near it.
I think Tanner is really good at figuring out the fans that are not super crazy, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's not true.
Wait,
they're all crazy. they're all
little broken.
They're all crazy. They like anything about our personalities. They're not mentally doing well.
Look I thought about the vaccine convo all night last night too. I was so happy about it. Okay, good deal. Yeah, but that's just what you're gonna get. We're gonna blow up, and I'm gonna get mad at listeners like when Jim calls. I just have a hang up button. You know what I mean? So it sounds terrible, and I can just hang up. And I didn't let Jim get. It's just gonna. Not only are you and I gonna argue on stuff, but listeners are gonna get. I'm gonna be irritated with them half the time, and yeah. So, again, apologize to the P1s if you think that I was mad at you. I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at Tanner.
The other ones.
Yeah, all the other ones.
Yeah. Anybody who...
And the reason I called Colton, because I needed somebody, because I knew listeners would not understand because they don't do radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only way that you'd be able to do that is just completely close down the text line.
So I did, yeah, and I should have, because I shouldn't have got somebody that was 2 against 1. I love you.
I love you too.
Stop. It's
I'm
weird.
just thinking about Dalton Palooza.
I've said that we've lost all that now.
No. This person said that they're friends with Verona Grove. But I want them to have like those belt amps so they can walk around. I don't want them to be stationary. I want them to be playing while walking around.
But no, if you're going to talk to them, we'd love to have Verona Grove there. We're not going to have a stage.
We're not going to have a stage.
We're not going to be and we're not paying them. So, and they got to bring their speakers and all that.
Yes. Yeah. Or, like I said, get those hip amps and we'll have somebody push the drummer around on a cart.
That's fun. And also, if we might be able to get that Jenny Helm out there to do the tattooing.
That would be pretty
That's
cool.
probably legal, right?
I can't see why not.
I think so.
Your body, your choice.
Yeah. 2022, baby. All right,
we got to anything on you.
We got to do this Appleton Airport. Hey, right after this, we're going to give some away too. So, faster, easier, more convenient, giving you more time for what really matters. That's Appleton Airport for you.
I'm still trying to get my family convinced because we're going to Florida in a few days. I mean, honestly, it's only like a little less than a month or a little over a month to be okay with going to Appleton because they all like, oh, well, we got to drive so far to get there. No, it's just an Appleton. Oh, it's going to be so expensive. No, it's not. It's like it's so cheap to get to Florida because that's where they're sending it to. It's like, oh, but the airport's going to be so big and confusing. It's not. That's the thing. Appleton Airport isn't a big, confusing airport. They have all those direct flights. And they're not breaking the bank to do it.
You don't need to go to Milwaukee. You don't even know to go to Chicago.
No.
That's how you say that. No, you just go to Appleton Airport. You can check them out. Hey, we got to give away some Bud Light. We're going to run out of game time to do this. So let's just do caller 9 to try this brand new beer, this 80-calorie light beer for the next era of beer drinkers. Bud Light.
0 carbs.
Did I say what I say?
You just said 80 calories, which is awesome.
0 carb, 80-calorie light beer,
Yeah, it's awesome. All of it's awesome.
So if you be caller 9, and we'll get that to you right now. Got to take from Jake and Tanner on the way next. But again, I don't think I could have went when that was going on. I don't think I could have.
No.
Out. Yeah. Okay. Good. So whether you're a first-time home buyer or you're looking for an investment property or your dream home, think Kelly Davies Homes Team Landro Realty. She's going to take good care of you. The Kelly Davies Homes Team has helped over 1,000 families in the Fox Cities, Green Bay, Oshkosh successfully buy and sell homes over the last decade. And they cater to their client schedule. If there's a home you'd like to see at 8 p.m., they're going to get you in there. Maybe you can only see homes on Sunday afternoons. It's fine. They got you covered because they're a large team. They always have an agent available to show you homes on your schedule. With over 6,500 clients in the database,
6,500?
Yeah, they got buyers just ready and waiting to purchase a home. So if you're even thinking of selling, you should contact the Kelly Davies Homes Team today. Kelly Davies, Davies. And you can find her on Facebook. Good stuff, I think.
Yeah.
No, she's really good. Tell you what, when I go to Marquette and live off the grid, she go and find me that.
I do think that it'll be a phrase that I say in like 20 years. Hey, what were you on? Jake? Who the hell's Jake? Oh, you know the guy that he's in the woods and he comes down every 6 months for supplies? They follow him with a camera on TV.
There was a what would you?
I used to do a radio show with him.
They follow him with it. I'm just barking at them. They have
like those hill people.
Yeah, dude, I feel bad for those. That's what he does when he answers because he's so
inbred. So like when people are like, listen, not everybody from the South are inbred. Be like, no, but everybody inbred's from the South.
Dude, that guy is terribly inbred.
Like so inbred. Like to the point they inbred him so much he turned into a dog. Like
yeah, I don't know why he's not able to talk, like use the vocal cords to make words. I don't know. I don't know if that didn't develop because he can make sounds. He grunts and he barks.
Grunts and he barks.
And like that dude's filming him and he's showing him the garden and all of a sudden he just whips it out and pees.
Yeah.
Just like while he's just talking to him.
Yeah.
Like because he
just doesn't get it. He doesn't have any social norms because his brain is pretty much mush. And it was much to start with.
Dude, that house they're living in is terrible.
Yeah. Well, you can't.
I don't think they have jobs. None of them have jobs.
No, it would be really hard to comprehend if the dude who's so inbred that he barks lives in like a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, like really immaculate house. Like,
I guess I shouldn't have been surprised.
There's no. When I saw the giant stack of newspapers, I was like, oh, they don't use those to read. They use those for like decoration. Like, it's not surprising. That's a lot of Mountain Dew. It's like, is it though? Dude, it feels like it's not enough Mountain Dew.
What is the family's name? I forget the family's name because you can Google it because it's interesting. I mean, don't Google it just to make fun. Just Google it and know that. I think that they tried to start like a GoFundMe to help those guys out to get them a new roof and stuff for their house.
I think it's the Whit Takers.
The Whit Takers, yeah.
Yeah, they're super inbred. Like super inbred. Like
but he doesn't ask that, does he? In the interview, he doesn't ask like who's the mom and dad here.
No, because I think they'd all just say yes.
Yeah, or
like
bark.
Yeah, like it's
the dog. Golden Retriever's the dad.
She was having a litter and he came out. I don't know what happened.
Dude, yeah, I don't. It's terrible. They were even laughing at that, but
yeah,
it's sad.
It is very sad, but
hopefully they're getting help from that video. I think they ended up getting a ton of money not a ton of money, but I think they fixed up some parts of the house.
I'd hope so.
Yeah. So if you want to play, 866-916-0959. This is brought to you by Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance.
Mm-hmm.
They put money on this. I think we're at $80 today. Hi, who's this?
Hi, it's Audrey.
Hi, Audrey. Audrey, do you want to play some trivia?
I would love to.
Audrey, you've never won before, have you?
I've never played before.
I feel
perfect.
I feel like Audrey's charging us $9.99 a minute.
I know her voice. You got a very nice voice.
With the way things are, it's $10.99 a minute now.
Oh, dang it! That's a little bit over my price range.
All right. Audrey, we got 5 questions. Remember, if you say pass, that will be your answer. We don't come back around. Take as long as you want in each question, but no time does play a factor because at the very end, when we grade these all together, if there's a tie, the lowest time will win. Tanner's leaving the room, so you will not be able to hear any of his answers, or he won't be able to hear any of your answers or the questions. We'll come back in after you're done, and we'll ask him the questions, okay?
Got it.
Here you go. Your time begins in 3, 2, 1. In what U.S. city do all 3 of the pro sports franchises use the same 2 main team colors?
New York.
What cards do you
Yes.
have? What cards do you have if you have a big slick in the game in Texas Hold'em?
Pass.
What was the last letter added to the English alphabet?
Z.
What is the only fruit to be ever banned from airplanes?
Bananas.
Which NFL team has the longest season ticket waiting list?
Green Bay Packers.
Time. All right, hang on. We'll put you on hold. Tanner! Tanner, please come back in. You ready?
Yes.
Oops, hang on. I'm putting her back on. I didn't mean to put her back on. We're not grading these yet. You're asking these. Here you go.
Yeah.
Time begins at 3, 2, 1. In what U.S. city do all 3 of the pro sports franchises use the same 2 main team colors?
Pass.
What cards do you have if you have a big slick in the game Texas Hold'em?
9, 10, Jack, King, or Queen, King.
What was the last letter added to the English alphabet?
N.
What is the only fruit to be ever banned from airplanes?
Coconut.
Which NFL team has the longest season ticket waiting list?
Packers. I don't think I got any of those right.
Welcome back. Hi, Audrey.
Hello.
All right, Audrey. In what U.S. city do all 3 of the pro franchises use the same 2 main team colors? Audrey said New York. Tanner passed. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pirates,
Steelers, Penguins.
Yeah.
What cards do you have if you have a big slick in the game Texas Hold'em? Audrey passed. Tanner said 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. It's Ace, King of the same suit.
Oh.
0, 0. What was the last letter added to the English alphabet? Audrey said Z. Tanner said N. It was J. And it was put in the 1500s. There was a time without the letter J. That seems weird.
What did we do?
I don't know. Just didn't have any J names.
You were just ache.
What is the only fruit to be ever banned from airplanes? Audrey said bananas. Tanner said coconuts. Durians.
Oh, that's the
smell.
stinky,
The
that's
smell
the
ones.
stinky fruit.
And which NFL team has the
which one?
longest durian?
Durian.
Durian?
Okay, yeah.
Which
Got it.
NFL team has the longest season ticket waiting list? You both said Packers, and you're both correct. So we are at a tie ball game, tied at 1.
Ooh.
Audrey, your time was 42.16. 42.16.
Oh, no.
Tanner, your time was 41.29.
Yes!
That was really
my
close.
gosh.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye,
Take care,
guys.
man. So, been hanging up on everybody today. $80 that we're going to be playing for, or no, $100 when we play Take from Jake and Tanner at tomorrow. Are we doing we'll probably end up doing a bonus segment. We're going to do that next.
Mm-hmm.
If you text LINK, LINK to 71090, we will, you can be a part of that. Link, LINK to 71090. It's our bonus segment. We do it next. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. All right, good morning.